flat, fight the flat, fight the flat, fight the flat, fight the flat, We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Hey, I am NASA clone of FTFE 2471 and welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what COVID-19 has done to Flight B. Tonight we are having another wonderful Flat Earth debate. I have a feeling this one's going to be something special. We have with us, as always, Team Skeptic. Are you there, team?
Yes, I am.
How you doing, buddy?
Tonight.
I'm doing well. Looking
good.
forward to this dumpster fire. Loving your setup at the moment. You look awesome.
Thank you. I'm trying to make it better. Like I said, I've got a few more neon lights. Excuse me. I got a few more neon lights to go up and a few more friends to add to my collection over here. Right now, we just have Dwight Schrute by himself. I really need an Andy from Parks and Rec. I think an Andy from Parks and Rec would be pretty amazing to add to the collection. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you have fun tonight. And also joining us tonight for the first time on the channel, we have Super Secret Agent Victor Croote. How are you doing, sir?
I'm alright.
Welcome to the channel. Right, so the way this is going to work is you're going to get 10 minutes to introduce yourself and present any evidence that you have of the Earth being flat, and then I'll take some time and present my evidence, and then you can go over what I presented and I can go over what you presented. So why don't we just get into this? Over to you. 10 minutes, introduce yourself, tell us why you're a flat earther, a bit about yourself, and present some evidence.
Yeah, I'm a flat earther since I've been young. My name's Clive Victor Croote. When I was 4 years old, I went flying to America. I got to sit in the cockpit and most of the flight, and basically it is flat.
Okay.
On my flight, we were up in restricted airspace as well, so shouldn't have really been up as high as we went. But
okay. So what evidence do you have? You've got 10 minutes, so the floor is yours.
Well, it's more of a question to prove the ball theory, because space and the violation of the second law of thermodynamics. I mean, I can't see how you can have gas pressure being maintained next to a vacuum or in a vacuum.
Okay, but surely you've got some actual evidence of the Earth being flat, because, you know,
well,
there has to be some.
Yeah, rainfall pattern. How rain falls when it comes down.
So you sent me a video. Let me put up that video on screen for everyone to see. All right, so tell us what we're seeing here.
I can't actually see. We've got a chat bit in the way that I can't remove.
You can actually move that.
That will freeze in a second. If you can pause it when that freezes in a second, I'll tell you when to pause it.
Okay.
Give it a couple more seconds. You'll see the actual screen freeze, and then you pause it when it actually freezes.
Yeah, sure. So just here. There we go.
Yeah. Well, as I can't see the actual screen, it's hard to describe. Well, you can see the brickwork behind the water droplet, the big...
You broke up a sec there. Could you repeat that?
turn off your camera.
course, which is plumb and level and parallel.
Okay.
Because I've checked it.
Right.
And the water droplet beside it, on the left-hand side of it, is actually parallel to it.
Okay.
And if it was to be falling from a sphere surface from above, or a sphere shape down onto a sphere, it would come down as like a upside down pyramid form, as a V form, because it would be spread up further apart the higher up in the atmosphere, and as it comes down it would like gather together.
Okay.
If it was concave, it would do the opposite. It would be coming down as a pyramid form. It would start off as a small point together and then spread apart, which doesn't happen.
Okay. That's lovely. Is there any more evidence that you've got?
Well, as I said, about needing a container for the gas pressure.
Okay.
And you can't get around that with gravity, because under current science, gravity is like the bending of a conceptual medium.
Okay. Lovely. Is that everything? Is that pretty much what you've got for Flat Earth?
More or less. Well, I've got high altitude photographs, but quite a lot of them ain't mine, so I can't really verify them.
Right, okay. So on your screen where the chat box is, can you put your finger on that and move it out of the way? Just so you'll be able to see what I'm presenting.
I can slide it up. It doesn't actually move.
All right, okay. Might be an issue with you seeing the things I'm presenting.
I've managed to get it so I can see it a bit better now.
All right,
That's
awesome.
better.
Okay, so evidence that the Earth is indeed a sphere is actually pretty easy to find and experimentally demonstrated in many ways. One of the best ways that has been done is by a fellow YouTuber called Slice Barcane, who actually, in collaboration with a whole bunch of people around the world, 23 participants in 9 different countries, conducted a simple experiment similar to that of Eratosthenes over 2,000 years ago. The test is simple. Using the latitude of each participant, as longitude will be either 180 or 0, the sun's elevation angle was measured.
Intangible object.
Right, okay, I didn't interrupt you during yours, so you just listen to the evidence, okay?
Well, that's a fallacy. It's intangible.
Yeah, okay, just listen to the evidence. So, the sun's elevation angle was measured during solar noon. These angles were then placed across both a flat plane and a sphere to see which model the angles correspond to. So basically, 23 people across 9...
Depending whether you have a close sun or a far away sun, it will match on either.
Dude, I didn't interrupt you, so don't interrupt
No,
what
it
I'm
won't.
presenting. Alright? So just listen to the evidence, okay? So, with 23 participants in 9 different countries, they took the elevation angle of the sun at solar noon and then placed it onto a flat map and a sphere. When placed onto a flat map, you had different positions that the sun would be. All these lines intersected in different points, indicating that if the Earth was flat and the sun was small and local, based on these 23 different positions, the sun would have conflicting positions in the sky.
Yes, and none of that
Wait. I'm presenting. Don't interrupt until I'm done, okay? Now, when this was...
refraction of that day.
Okay, stop interrupting while I'm presenting. I didn't do that to you, okay? When placed onto a sphere model, the conclusion was that the sun rays were coming in parallel. Being at solar noon, directly above you, you will have minimal refraction, practically 0 refraction as it be coming through the same medium.
So is the sun a laser beam?
And as you can see, on a sphere, the lines would be parallel. But when placed onto a flat map, you did not get what you see in reality. Only one of these models worked. Now, a lot of flat earthers have issues with things like this because the sun's in the sky, they don't understand refraction or whatever. So there is actually real world observations of the spherical nature of our planet. In New York, there is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. The Verrazano Narrows Bridge is a suspension bridge, and it is so large that the people that made the bridge actually had to take into account the curvature of the Earth. The reason they had to do this was because of the pillars, which are 207 meters above sea level. Let me just zoom in on that a bit, actually, so you can see what it says. Come on. So the main span of the Venice Narrows Bridge is so long that the curvature of the surface had to be taken into account the design of the towers. The towers are 207 meters in elevation above sea level. The top of the towers are 1 5/8 inches further apart than they are at the bottom. The towers are perfectly plumb. They have to be for the nature of the suspension bridge. Yet the top of the towers were further apart than the bottom of the towers by the expected amount of the Earth's curvature. So even taking into account things like it being plumb and the zenith angles in between it, what you actually found was, in this case, the zenith angles of the plumb lines were more than 180, meaning that the surface of the Earth was in fact convex. To further back up the fact that the Earth is in fact convex, a good friend of mine and fellow YouTuber Miles Davis took videos, while he was up some hills in Scotland. Now let me just get that up because it crashed earlier. I've lost
the Grand Undulate. I'm not arguing that. The water level though is along the parallel datum line of level. Yeah, it is flat.
No, level and flat don't mean the same thing.
As the Marine Corps of Engineers will tell you.
Wait. I haven't finished. I've lost the blooming picture that I wanted to show you. My bad. Give me 1 sec. Where is it? Oh my god. I'm sorry. Let me just get the correct picture so I can show you. Here we go. Right. Whilst up Terrapin Law in Scotland, which is just down the road from me, he took these images as well as some other images. The camera height was at 210 meters above sea level being the datum, so that is the base of where we are measuring from. And Hopetoun Monument, the top of Hopetoun Monument on the left there, is 210 meters above sea level. Now those mountains in the background are all around 1,000 meters above sea level.
So why is the camera pitched upwards?
Their camera isn't pitched upwards. This is actually taken from a video where you can see. It is the middle, the eye line.
The camera is pitched upwards.
Right. The camera is at 210 meters above sea level. That red line is also 210 meters above sea level. That is your eye level. Eye level is not the center of the frame. Eye level is a reference point. And the eye level here shows that things that are about 4 to 5 times higher than the thing we are looking at.
Level of this camera.
Stop interrupting when I am talking.
Of the center of the screen.
Stop interrupting when I am talking, dude. I didn't interrupt you, so please don't interrupt me. The camera height.
It's angled upwards.
It's not angled up at all. The camera height is 210 meters. The top of Hopetoun Monument is 210 meters. Those things in the distance are 4 to 5 times as high. If the camera is angled up, it's such a small amount here that it's not going to make something that is 4 to 5 times higher fall below what eye level is. You have a reference of eye level, which is in the middle of the screen there, showing that the camera is not actually pointed up or down in any way. That reference line is the middle of the screen. That reference line is the middle of the screen. And those things that
have you ever seen Father Ted?
Yes, but those things in the distance have fallen below eye level.
Distance, look little.
Yeah, but it would not make something fall below the eye level. No matter how big or small it was, the eye level would be where it is.
Angular resolution, yes.
No. Things would not fall below eye level. They would not go below the eye level. That is your reference frame.
The calculator doesn't account for it.
Yeah, then the reference frame here shows that the things in the background are 4 to 5 times lower than they should.
Calculator only
I'm gonna mute you whilst I'm gonna mute you because you're not listening. You don't talk when I'm doing my presentation. All right. Eye level here is the important thing. Angular resolution would not make something fall below eye level. It would shrink it into the eye level. It would not make it fall below. That is not how angular resolution works. The actual calculation for angular resolution and stuff is alpha equals 2 times the arctan times g over 2r. And when you do that, you don't get things falling below eye level. This is absolute evidence that the Earth has curved. Now, the Earth is curved. I've shown lots of evidence of it. There is another extremely good evidence of it when you actually look at the proper cameras on the dog cam. So let's have a look at this quick video.
Liberate.
Get rid of the closed captions. So what we're seeing here, we are seeing one of the cameras on dog cam. There is 2 cameras on the dog cam, okay? One of them is a fisheye lens, 360 degree, and one is one that does not have the distortion. Let me get to the bit where it shows the distortions. So, if we are looking at a fisheye lens, as something passes the 0 point, it will cause a distortion, either up or down. We know this. So the way that we can see that this camera is not fisheye is because the one on the right is this is the fisheye one, and as you can see, the horizon becomes convex and concave, goes up and down, up and down. But when you go to this one, even as it passes the center line, as you can see there, it stays convex. It stays curved, as we expect. They've compressed the image on the right to show you there that there is curve. And it matches, at the height it is, it matches the Earth curve calculations. If you're talking, I can't hear you because you're muted right now because this is my time to present. Okay? So there is once again some more evidence that the Earth is in fact curved with the calculated horizon that you expect to get. Exactly as our Earth calculator predicts. So the Earth is curved. There is plenty of evidence for it. Now the other thing is that there's evidence that the Earth rotates. How do we know there's evidence that the Earth rotates? Well, luckily enough, good old Bob Supernoodle Doodle.
To the Earth. One of the people in the community actually purchased one for $20,000. But what we found is when we turned on that gyroscope, we found that we were picking up a drift, a 15 degree per hour drift.
Yeah, absolutely you were, Bob. So what Bob's talking about is an interferometric fiber optic gyroscope, which uses the Sagnac effect to calculate movement and to register what movement actually is happening. And when they turned on that gyroscope, they found that there was...
It doesn't follow the scientific method.
Okay, you're still talking when it's my time to present, so I'm going to mute you again. You need to learn how conversations work, Victor. So what he found was when they turned on the interferometric fiber optic gyroscope, it picked up a 15 degree drift. The same as every single fiber optic gyroscope on the planet picks up a 15 degree drift in 3 axes. Not only that, interferometric fiber optic gyroscopes pick up a 1 degree drift a day around the sun on a 2D plane, which again matches the predictions that we say of the Earth curving and the Earth rotating. It is undeniable. There is no other explanation for why an interferometric fiber optic gyroscope would pick up a drift. Shouting it doesn't match the scientific method means nothing, because I doubt you know what the scientific method is, just like you didn't know what the second law of thermodynamics. I'm going to unmute you now so that we can discuss the evidence that we have been talking about. Victor,
You're using a micro-pulse laser. It is
you were very bad there.
Which is giving you that fucking cause.
No. Do you know how light works?
Yes.
Do you know how light
Yes,
works?
you're using a pulsating laser beam.
What does that matter? Why would that make a 15 degree per hour drift?
Because that is the interference pattern that you're registering. The pulsating of the laser.
Do you know how the Sagnac effect works? Right.
Yeah, it's made up.
No, it's not made up. Not at all. Okay, so this is basically what's going on inside the interferometric fiber optic gyroscope. That blue box is what fires the laser. One laser, okay? Now when it hits that cross section, right, that's a silver coated mirror that splits the beam into 2 paths.
Yeah, pulsed laser, yeah.
Okay, so, and as the beam travels around this path, if the time that the beam takes to travel on both paths is the same, you don't get an interference pattern. No matter if it's pulsing or not, you don't get an interference pattern because it is the one laser that is splitting into 2 paths. And then it measures the time that the laser takes to leave the blue box to get back to it and then register an interference pattern. If it's rotating like it is now, that's when you detect an interference pattern. It doesn't matter if it's pulsing or not, it's the time that the light takes to travel the paths and the difference between them that gives you the interference pattern. Nothing to do with a pulsating laser. Okay? So why are we picking up this 15-degree drift? Still there, Victor?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Why are we picking up a 15-degree drift if it is measuring the time that the light takes to travel around the path? Well?
He wasn't prepared for that.
No, he wasn't.
No.
There is no explanation
Why
on
would
a
it be
non-rotating path. There absolutely is no explanation for it on something that isn't moving. Absolutely none at all. The only explanation is it's physically attached to something that is moving, or is in the same reference frame as the thing that is moving. That is the only way that you can register an
as it
interference
falls out of
pattern.
the scientific method because it's a man-made device and not a natural phenomenon.
The scientific
then no.
method has nothing to do with not using man-made devices.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
The phenomena observed has to be a natural phenomenon.
And the phenomenon that we observe is the Earth rotates. And then they designed this to test that.
Which
What you are saying is that
falling under
science
the
isn't
fallacy
allowed
of
to use... No. What you are saying is that science isn't allowed to use tools. Victor, that's a very silly thing to say. Because tools are
Where
there
is
for
your
science...
R for the sphere to start with?
Victor, hey, Victor, may I ask you a
Where
very
is
serious
your
question?
R for... Where is your R radius
Victor,
for
hey,
the
Victor,
sphere
Victor,
to start
Victor.
with?
Victor, the moderator wants to ask you a question.
Victor, I have a very serious question to ask you. Are you fucking retarded?
No, I'm not fucking retarded, motherfucker.
Well, you're not acting fucking like you're not, so can you please start
Where's
acting
your
like
R?
you're not fucking retarded?
Where's your R? The furthest you've ever dug, or anybody's ever dug, is like 12 kilometres deep.
Yeah, okay. R's nothing to do with the way
Well,
that
you
an
need
interferometric
R
fiber
to-
optic gyroscope works. The
You
gyroscope...
need R
no,
for your
you,
radius
you don't need
to
R
start with. Yes,
No,
you do.
You don't need
To be
R.
able to have the spin. Because
No.
the magnetic field causes a spin. It causes a spin in Mercury as well.
No, a magnetic
Yes, it
field...
does.
A magnetic field cannot cause an interferometric fiber optic gyroscope to change because light has no charge and is not affected by magnetic fields.
Oh, it does have a charge. It
No,
can
no,
be
no,
bent.
no. Light has no
How
charge.
do you think a TV monitor used to work? The
A
old
light
style
has
TV
zero.
monitors?
A light has zero charge. Light has zero charge, Victor. There is no charge
That's
to light.
bullshit.
No, it's a fact. Light has zero charge.
How do you think they used to bend light in CRT screens?
They didn't bend the light.
They used to splat it out, you're splitting it between magnets to fucking project it onto the screen.
Yeah, that's not how a CRT works. Light has zero charge,
Yes,
Victor.
it is.
This is just a fact. If you want to Google, does light have a charge,
It's
and
an
find the
electron
answer for
gun in the
yourself.
back of the TV firing electrons at the screen. And
Electrons
it is bending them
aren't
through a magnetic field.
electrons
And it is
aren't
light.
light. Victor, electrons aren't light. Okay? Light has zero charge and is therefore unaffected by magnetic fields. So, the only...
If that's the case, how do you have your refractive index?
Do you know what a refractive
Stuck
index
yourself
is?
up the arse on that one, ain't you?
No, light has no charge and is not affected by magnetic field. Refraction is nothing to do with magnetism.
So therefore it can't change or bend round the curve, can it?
Absolutely can, because refraction is nothing to do
No,
with
it
magnetism.
can't, because it's not...
Victor, refraction is nothing to do with magnetism. Refraction is to do with light going into a denser medium and altering the vector of the wave of light. That's nothing to do with magnets. They're two different things. Do you know how to calculate a coefficient of refraction?
No, not a fan. Not without looking.
Do you know what a lapse rate is?
No.
A thermal inversion duct? No, you don't know any of these terms because you don't know what refraction is. Refraction is the bending of light due to the change of density of a medium. Nothing to do with magnets. Magnets do not affect light because light has zero charge. So, it brings me back to the point of an interferometric fibre optic gyroscope. Why do every single one of them on the planet pick up a 15-degree drift in 3 axes and a 1-degree drift a day on 1 axis around the sun? What causes that on a flat, non-rotating Earth?
Could it be due to the potential charge in the atmosphere?
No, the units are self-contained and do not...
You cannot shield from?
Light is not affected by any kind of electromagnetic charge because it has no charge itself. We just went through that, Victor. Okay, so no, there is nothing that will be affecting that, and there's no way it can see anything that is outside of what it is in. So there is no answer as to why it picks up a 15-degree drift every hour in 3 axes and a 1-degree drift a day in 1 axis around the sun. There is no explanation for it other than it is on something that is doing that. Okay? Maybe you need to look into that because there simply is no answer.
The equipment being used.
Oh, so there's a bias in every single interferometric fibre optic gyroscope that every single modern aircraft has 3 of, and if they weren't working correctly would make you crash into mountains. No. There is no bias in the machines.
Them end up crashing into mountains.
There is no bias in the machines because all they're doing is
firing.
What a
pilot will tell you is at a certain altitude you fly by eye. Don't use your compasses or directions unless it's cloudy.
That's irrelevant to what they show. The thing about interferometric fibre optic gyroscopes is, based on what they're detecting, they can actually know what latitude and stuff you're on. And when you have to put in the details on a flight console, you have to put in the actual latitude that you're on. Because if you're not, the machine detects that based on the gyroscopes and will not work properly. So interferometric fibre optic gyroscopes work exactly as we say. There is no explanation for it other than they are on something that is moving. Right, so that about covers that. There is no other explanation for it. Now, I would love to talk to you about the second law of thermodynamics. What is the second law of thermodynamics? Because you mentioned that apparently our atmosphere violates it. Yeah, okay. Explain it to me. What does the second law of thermodynamics say?
Basically, the second law of thermodynamics is like the movement of energy from high...
No, it's nothing to do with the movement of energy from high to low.
High pressure to low pressure.
No, that's not the second law of thermodynamics.
From hot to cold.
Who told you that? Who told you that? Because it's very wrong.
That is the second law of thermodynamics.
No, it's really not. Do you want to know what the second law of thermodynamics is? The second law of thermodynamics.
Yes.
The second law of thermodynamics.
Hot.
No, the second law of...
trying to...
The second law of thermodynamics. No, second law. No, listen. The second law of thermodynamics states that the total entropy of an isolated system will always increase over time. What has that to do with the atmosphere? Because the Earth is not an isolated system. Do you know what is an isolated system? Is the universe. And when we're talking about the second law of thermodynamics, it talks about the total entropy of an isolated system.
So where was the second law of thermodynamics discovered, dumbass? On Earth.
Irrelevant. The second law of thermodynamics...
That's why it's the second law, you fucking dickhead.
Yeah, but you didn't even know what it was. Dude, seriously, you're acting like a moron. The second law of thermodynamics
From hot to cold always, yes, the law of entropy.
No, that is not what the law of entropy is. Because the second law of thermodynamics says...
It dictates from hot to cold.
The second law of thermodynamics says...
to low energy.
Victor, the second law of thermodynamics says that there can be microstates within the total system that increase or decrease of entropy, but the total entropy of the entire system will still increase over time. For instance, you go and tidy your bedroom or your hovel, wherever you live in, then you are decreasing the entropy in that room. Okay? And that is according to you, going against the second law of thermodynamics.
1842 to 1923 could not have given his demonstration of pouring liquid hydrogen without the 19th century work on thermodynamics.
Yes.
The law of conservation of energy and identifying the heat as energy were vital advances in the in the idea that the heat of an object depends on the movement of its molecules.
Yeah, nothing
Led
there
to the
says
concept
that.
of absolute zero and
What?
is the basics of the 20th century.
Exactly.
Truly
And
of
none
that.
of that is about hot always going to cold or high always going to low. That's not what the second law of thermodynamics says. The second law of thermodynamics.
No.
The second
with the heat
shut up.
transfer.
The second law of thermodynamics is specifically.
It's to do with the fucking heat transfer.
Listen to the words coming out of my mouth, you moronic idiot. The second law of thermodynamics is to do with an isolated system. Is the Earth an isolated system? No, it's not.
That law is for you fucking dickhead.
No, the second law of thermodynamics only says that the total entropy of an isolated system will always increase over time. That's it. It says nothing about the atmosphere. Now, the thing about the atmosphere is we have a barrier keeping it on the Earth. There is a barrier of energy.
What's this barrier? What's this barrier you're now making up? What?
Oh, I'm not
What?
making it. I'm
Your
not
model
making it
doesn't
up.
have one.
It absolutely
Come
does.
on.
There's a barrier. of
Zero
energy.
G, frictionless free environment. What stops the law of motion then? Of the gas particles freely fucking off?
I've got a perfect summit set up for that, actually. A demonstration that team helped me with earlier.
Oh,
So-
yes, it's in a container, isn't it? In a vessel, in a chamber.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that. If you want to shut your mouth and listen for a second.
Fight.
Oh, come on,
Yo,
and show me your
you want me
non-container container then.
Shh. Yes,
Come
Tim.
on then,
up.
show me your non-container
If you
container.
like me to,
Come on,
quiet.
because there is a
Be quiet
container
one-
there. Come
be
on,
quiet
show
one-
me.
Be quiet 1 second. Team, what you saying?
Show me you farting hot
Will
air
you
without
shut
a
the
fucking
fuck up,
container.
moron? Hey, be quiet, moron boy. Yes, team.
I was just gonna say, you seem to have it. I was gonna say, do you want me to explain the, since I have it, I did it already a long time ago, or do you want to just do it yourself? But you can do it
I
yourself.
want me to
now.
give you the scientific method for a container.
We're not talking about that right now. You asked about a barrier. I'm explaining what the barrier is. So,
Well, I want to give you my
yeah.
scientific method.
okay,
which
well,
I need to
how
try
about you
and
listen to me
disprove.
first? How about you listen to me first, and I will explain to you what the barrier is. Or actually, as Team is the one that programmed this, he can actually explain it to
Okay,
you
then
himself.
explain what the barrier is.
Team, do you want to go ahead and do that? Have you got it all there ready to go?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So you're familiar with I'm sure you're familiar with the basic skateboarding, like half pipe, right?
Yeah.
Yes? Yes or no? I assume you
Yeah.
mean you're yes. It says on your badge you're special. I'm sure you know what that means. So when you when a person goes down the half pipe, let's say we remove the friction, and he goes back up the other side, if the half pipe on one side is higher than the half pipe is on the other side, will he make it to the top? Yes or no?
Depends which
Easy
way
question.
round you are
Yes or no?
going. It depends which way
Okay, if
round
you start
you're
on the
going.
shorter
If you're
end
using
and
the
you try to,
short
if you
side,
start,
won't
you're
get
right,
up
you're
to
right.
the
If
top
you
of the
start,
long side.
okay,
start on the long
therefore,
side, you'll make it
why
above the
not?
short
Why
side.
not? Why not? But why not? Because there's something, whether you accept gravity or density or whatever the fuck you want to say it is, something is keeping you from going to the next level,
Yes,
yes?
it's the relative weight of the
Okay,
object.
so therefore you have a fucking barrier, you fucking moron. Now my turn. Let me show you this
No, I
fucking...
don't.
let me show you this demonstration. Yeah, that's what a fucking barrier is, you fucking idiot. And if I wasn't fucking showing this
Ding.
demonstration, I'd fucking ding your ass right now.
It's alright, I got you.
Let me get it pulled up, though. Yeah.
But gas moves
Guys, the
freely
days
and
of me
independently
giving a
of
fuck
anything.
about these fucking morons is gone. Okay.
Right, I'll read you the scientific
Hold
method
on.
out.
I'm pulling it up right now.
So, it's okay.
I
mean,
bet you can't
we know
fucking
this.
read,
We know the
so-
scientific method. It's cool.
Scientific method for a natural container. Independent variable, size of container. Dependent variable, shape of container. Control variable is volume of the container. Scientific method
Wow,
hypothesis.
all completely
A
irrelevant.
natural container, you can have gas, you can have gas pressure, you can have gas pressure gradient, you can have objects. Scientific method, no
Wait,
hypothesis.
stop.
No container,
Stop.
no gas,
Stop.
no gas pressure,
Shut up.
no
Stop.
gas pressure gradient.
Shut your fucking mouth. Please tell me how, in a pressurized container, you can have a gradient.
Fill one up.
Huh?
Fill a container up.
Yeah, and then when it's filled up, where's the gradient?
Heat one end, cool the other.
No, just in a pressurized container. I'm not talking about adding stuff to it.
Yes, in a pressurized container, warm one end and cool the other. You will get a pressure
Do you
gradient.
know what
for 4
isolation
minutes.
means?
If you want to go with
Do
a
you know what-
non-scientific
do you know what it
method of
means
a
to be
container with a
isolated?
gradient, and it look
Do
at
you
a
know
spray
what? Hold
can.
on. I
Spray
asked a
paint
very
can.
serious question. I asked a very serious question. Do you know
And
what
if
an
you
isolated
put
system is?
oxygen, or well, instead
Dude,
of oxygen,
wow,
if you
he
put a
doesn't.
heavy carbon
You don't know.
dioxide
Just
in
say
a
you don't know.
container and
Right.
put helium gas in it, the carbon dioxide will form a layer below the helium. It will settle out and
Okay.
radiate.
You ready?
Yeah, right. Now listen to the actual
And there will
science.
be a different
No,
density
right,
too.
this is where you stop talking.
Because carbon
Stop
dioxide
flapping
is
your
a fairly
gums.
dense, heavy gas.
Stop flapping
and
your gums.
helium is light.
Dude, you asked where the
That's
barrier
why you
is.
have the densities
Shut
of
up.
the periodic table.
Hey, shut up before we mute you.
That's why you have
Okay.
a molecular
Right.
density in the
Will you
periodic.
shut the fuck
Shut
up?
the fuck up, dude.
Seriously, just be quiet and listen.
Jesus Christ,
alright?
for someone who fucking claims he was a fucking in the special forces, you act like you're in the special something. Special education. Alright, here we go. Now pay fucking attention. There is no, all of this right here, every time one of these bumps, it loses 0.3% of its energy, okay? This is radiating heat due to bumping. This is friction. This down here adds 20% energy to anything that hits it, being a heated surface, okay? Look at the top. There is no barrier at the top. This thing is open. Now, according to you, I should turn this on. I have gravity set on too. I have gravity set on too. 9.8 meters per second down towards the green
relative
surface,
pressure.
okay?
Stop talking and listen.
Shut up and listen, and we'll give you a chance to respond, okay? So when I turn the simulation on, okay, look, it's going to go, and eventually, we're going to let it settle down for a second, okay? Let me speed it up so that way we don't have to wait. No, watch. Watch. Eventually, we're going to get to the fucking same representation of the atmosphere that we have on Earth that you fucking say must have a fucking container, and it doesn't have a fucking container. And the entire thing is a physics-based simulation. So the physics is based on what our understanding is now, our scientific understanding. Do you see how it's dispersing? And yes, we do lose atoms to space. We do lose molecules of gas to space. Now, if I turn off the fucking gravity, guess what will happen? When we have no barrier, when we don't have an energy barrier to keep things down towards the surface of the Earth, what do you think will happen then?
Define gravity,
All I got to do,
please.
see this little button down right here?
I've
Yeah, I
asked you to
turn
just
off the
define
gravity, and this, and the
please. What is gravity? Define gravity, please.
It's the phenomenon. It's the phenomenon that everything that is released falls to the ground. The phenomenon that objects with mass attract to each other. That's what we define gravity as.
Define mass.
The amount of energy in a system.
No, mass is the undefined amount of of something. So define mass.
The what?
Mass
is
requires
the
a unit.
undefined
You
amount
said
of
what?
something. A mole is the defined amount of a substance.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is how dumb this guy
So
is.
mass is the amount of energy. Yes, mass is the amount of energy in an object.
Mass, define mass.
I just fucking did. Do you? Okay. Mass is the amount of energy divided by the speed of light squared. Does that define it better for you, you fucking idiot?
No, because mass is already
I said it
defined in a
earlier.
different-
I asked it. Now I'm about to start
Mass is
asserting it,
already
okay? I
defined,
asked it earlier to give you the option. Go ahead.
Mass is already
Say
defined
something
in the
stupid again.
dictionary. Mass
Yeah.
is already defined in the dictionary.
I'm not
The
defined. Yeah,
undefined
okay, so it's
amount of
defined
something.
colloquially. Yes, it's defined colloquially. Yes.
You ever
But you're
heard
not
of
asking for colloquial fucking definitions, are you?
You ever heard of E equals MC
you are
squared?
stupid.
What does the M stand for in that? M stands for mass. And if you rearrange that equation, you get what Team just told you.
And
Right.
what is mass?
Team, do you want to tell him again?
Okay, so now, yeah, mass is the amount of energy in a system. Well, the amount of energy in an object, you know, minus the amount of movement it has, you know, when it's traveling through the fucking space. It's going to contain an amount of energy for that. That is, you know, the amount of energy that's responsible for its motion.
What
But
you
if you
mean,
take
because
away
it's
all
at a
motion and you have
disequilibrium?
what's left as the mass, it's the total amount of energy that's in
Because
that
in
amount
reality,
in
it's
that
only out of
object.
disequilibrium, isn't it? Because
No.
what happens if you put
What are
pumice
you
stone
talking
onto
about?
water?
Disequilibrium? What the fuck? Where do you come up with these dumbass
Oh,
fucking
that's
excuses
Sleeping
for fucking
Warriors
trying to
magic
explain
word.
reality?
That's Sleeping Warriors
No,
magic word.
disequilibrium
Oh,
is
you're a
scientific
sleeping
term,
warrior
you
retard.
fucking
Oh,
Yeah.
you're a fucking sleeping warrior retard. Nice.
This guy really is the crayon muncher of all crayon munchers.
No, I'm not.
He sounds like it.
Displaying
Yes,
it
you
so
are.
far. Now, let me go over what Team has explained to you. Right, there is a downward acceleration on everything of 9.8 meters per second squared.
There is not.
There is a downward acceleration of
Oh,
9.8
really?
meters per
Drop
second
Oh,
squared.
really?
Drop a helium balloon or drop a hydrogen balloon, and then what?
Are
that
you
falls
fucking
down, mate.
stupid?
Yeah.
Are you fucking stupid?
Yes, he
How
is,
fucking
isn't he?
stupid
Because
are
they're
you,
going
dude?
upwards,
Are
aren't
you
they?
fucking stupid?
Dumb cunt.
Hey, have you ever, does a helium balloon go up in a fucking vacuum, you fucking moron? Or does it fall at the same rate as a fucking feather
What,
or a
because you
hammer
have
or
removed
anything
the
fucking else in a
density of the medium
vacuum?
that it was
Right,
supported by, you
right. Oh,
fucktard.
okay. So there is a 9.8, so
you
no
took it
matter
out of
what, there's a
disequilibrium. You put it in
9.8. Shut
disequilibrium,
the
haven't
fuck
you,
up,
fucking
you
moron?
fucking mongoloid bitch. Listen. When you remove your medium, you have
I'm
everything,
gonna come to
including the
your country,
helium,
motherfucker.
being
I'm
pulled
a
down
four-star
at
general when I come there, you
9.8.
You are
fucking
not
dickhead.
like
I'm
Team.
I bet you
fucking
are.
motherfucker.
Hold on.
Team,
Mute him. It's time to... Hey, let me ask you a question. Why is special in quotation marks on your fucking badge? You are fucking a 4-star general of the retard army, okay?
No, I'm
Don't
not.
be proud of that. Try to change your situation. Don't brag about it.
This
That's
is a-
fucking making you look even more fucking
Swan.
retarded than you looked 5 minutes ago when I asked you if you were fucking retarded. You
John,
are a
modus tollens, yeah?
retard. Say it out loud. Say
oh.
out
He's
loud.
getting
Say I am
every-
a 4-star general retard. Say it.
Should it really be as, not if all examples
Mute
in
him
nature
until he's
of
ready to
gas
say it. You'll
leaving
get
a
every 30
container
seconds. You get an opportunity to admit how fucking stupid you are.
No gas.
Either admit how
If P,
stupid you are,
therefore-
or move the fuck on.
you, therefore not P. You fucking dumb cunt.
Yeah, modus
Modus
tollens doesn't
tollens.
apply to
Nobody
reality.
fucking understands
Black
that.
and white isn't how the universe works. Okay? It's not always if P then Q, if not P, not Q. That is not how the world works, unfortunately. Right, now let me explain to you, just briefly, what Team was showing you here. There is a downward acceleration that we can measure of 9.8 meters per second squared. It is affecting everything. Now, in the demonstration the Team just showed you, that acceleration is acting on every single one of these balls. All will have different densities. The green ones representing the things with the lowest density, as in hydrogen or helium, and they happen to have gone to the top, as it says would happen in our atmosphere. The barrier in this
That all
case
follows
is the
in
energy.
is on
This
method.
barrier is the energy that is
And
required.
cannot be by you
Stop fucking
fucker.
talking and listen, you crayon munching retard. The barrier is the energy that is required to escape that gravitational acceleration. A barrier is literally the energy required to get through something. So you need energy to escape gravity. Therefore, there is a barrier of energy because of gravity.
Gravity doesn't cause or affect anything. Under current science, it's only the bending of a conceptual medium known as
You're fucking
space-time.
stupid.
It's not a
And-
force.
And
You were told that the other day or a fucking
fucking
couple of months ago by that George Musa, you fucking fucktard.
who also said that gravity acts as a force because gravity, according to current science,
Gravity
is an
is not a
emergent
force.
force. It is an emergent force, a consequence of the curvature of space-time. That is the current science. It does not all of a sudden remove everything that Newton discovered, because Newton's equation, Newton's law,
Medium made up.
Newton's law of gravitational attraction. I'll say that again. Newton's law of gravitational attraction, Fg equals gm1 m2 over r squared, is an empirical observation described mathematically, because maths is where proof exists. Einstein came along and said, well, actually, it's not. Stop talking. No, stop talking and listen.
Show me where maths
stop talking.
is reality, mate.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
Show me where maths is reality.
Be quiet and listen. None of your fucking pointless flat earth getting interrupting. Now, Einstein came along.
Show me where maths causes something.
Wow.
Show me where maths causes something.
Shut the fuck up and listen. Einstein came along
Show
and
me
said,
where maths
right, I'm going to
causes
mute you
something.
because I'm trying to explain something to you, and you don't know how conversations work. Einstein came along and said, well, Newton's observations are correct, but actually it's not a force, a physical force that's causing that. It's actually the curvature of space-time, which is causing things to fall towards the largest mass. That falling towards things is what we measure as a force. It is an emergent force, a consequence of the curvature of space-time. Einstein never took away that acceleration that's there. He just explained what was causing it. And do you know what the really interesting thing about it is? That if you take Einstein's field equations, you can derive Newton's law from it. Einstein and Newton described the same thing. Einstein described it a lot more accurately.
One's two. One's
no, Einstein.
One's
no.
Dimensional or something.
No, you don't know what you're talking about. You're
One's
literally just
4D
parroting.
space and one's
You're literally
3D.
just parroting stuff that you've no idea about. Why can you derive Newton's
Let me
law
ask you a
from
question.
Einstein's
As
field
stupid
equations?
as you are, hold on, Fight. I want to ask this guy a question. As stupid as you are, do you really think you're in a position to describe to us how fucking science works? Please.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. No, you're not. That's your problem. You're delusional on top of fucking
You
being
don't even
retarded.
know what the second
no.
law of thermodynamics is, and yet you try to use it to disprove things.
Right, well, let me read you through this full scientific method then that adheres to the scientific method, and you try and fucking get out of it.
You want to read a scientific method that adheres to the scientific method? No, it's okay. We know what the scientific method is, and your misunderstanding of the scientific method doesn't change the facts of the things, does it?
I haven't got a misunderstanding of it.
Oh, you do, 100%.
I don't.
No, you really, really do. You don't know where the scientific
No,
method
I don't.
applies. Do you know that different fields of science use the scientific method differently? Did you know that?
Do you know they use science?
No, answer my question. Did you know that different fields of science have literally have different scientific methods? Did you know that?
Yes, and they're called pseudoscience.
No, not at all.
Yes, they are.
No, not at all. Different
Yes, they
fields
are.
of science have different versions of the scientific method.
There is only
and apply
one
it in
scientific method, and
No,
it
there
does
isn't.
not care about anything else other than the cause of an effect, and fuck all else. And it has to be in the nature of the natural environment, not
stop
caused
talking.
or made by man.
Dumb fuck, stop talking.
You are a dumb fuck.
Stop talking and listen. Literally, I should be charging you for basic physics lessons. My 6-year-old daughter knows more
No
than
shit,
you,
man.
right? Honestly. So there is different versions of the scientific method depending on the field and what you are trying to do. And also, it's not scientific method.
There is only one
it's called the
scientific
scientific method. No, there isn't. The scientific method is applied differently depending
There
on
is
the
only
field of
one
science.
scientific method. It is
Nope.
called the scientific method.
Nope.
Yes, it is
Nope.
fucking fucktard.
No, different fields of science apply the scientific method differently because they have to by virtue of what they are. I'm sorry that you don't understand these things. It doesn't
you
matter.
fucking dickhead.
Man, you're absolute. I want to say a really nasty word, but I'm going to stick with crayon munching, retarded moron.
Yeah.
So,
You're in the UK, Craig.
So, here's the thing. The cause of the effect that we see of gravity is the curvature of space-time. And the thing about
You're in the
space-time...
UK.
And the thing about space-time is that there is so much experimental evidence that space-time is real because general relativity is literally backed up by experimental evidence.
No, it isn't.
Oh, it absolutely is. Do you want to just Google experimental evidence for general relativity and then shut the fuck up? Like the anomalous peripheral of Mercury's orbit, the bending of light around the moon, team other examples of experimental evidence.
I thought light didn't bend, motherfucker.
No, I said light isn't affected by magnetic fields. I never said light doesn't bend. I said light is not bent by magnetism.
So why is it bending around the moon then?
Gravity.
If it isn't due to the magnetic field.
Are you fucking retarded?
Gravity.
Are you fucking retarded? What
Yes,
does that
it
have
is.
to do with anything?
It
Like,
really
when
is.
you say the light bending around the moon, you're making the assumption that it's bending around the moon because the moon is fucking electromagnetic or something? Get the fuck out of here. You're dumb as fuck,
So why
dude.
does a static electricity charge counteract the force of gravity?
Because it's a force, and if you apply another force, then you can act against that force.
Yeah, do you understand what Newton's first law of motion is?
No, he doesn't
Before we
understand
move
anything.
forward, do you understand what Newton's first law of motion? Oh, hold on, I want to
No,
give him a chance to
before we
answer.
move forward,
Everybody in
can
the
you
crowd,
tie
I'm
your
sure,
shoelaces?
wonders what this window licker is. Yeah, answer that question first. Can you tie your shoelaces without help?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a nurse that shows up every day to ensure that you've put your pants on forward?
Cognitive
So you don't
dissonance,
fucking
right?
piss out of your shithole.
Yeah, you have a lot of it.
Okay,
Define
so
flat.
the
define
second
flat.
thing is,
Cognitive dissonance check.
the second
Define
thing is,
flat.
shut up, retard, listen to me. The second thing is, the second question is do you even understand what Newton's first law of motion is?
I can
No,
hear
you
the
don't.
hamsters.
Okay, great. So I guess this is where the conversation needs to fucking stop, and you need to go back to your basic physics instruction.
Yeah.
All objects carry on travelling in a direction of their travel unless affected by a force.
What kind of force? There's a particular word there.
Yeah, what kind
Any
of force?
force.
No. What's the
Any
word?
force.
What's the word?
No.
A force.
What kind of force?
Look at, hey,
Whether you
go
touch it,
Wikipedia
push it,
it real
fucking
quick.
fart,
No,
fucking
shut
shit
up.
on it,
Listen,
moves
shut up.
it, and-
Boom!
Right.
You
Right?
got it. So
So-
if you have an unbalanced force,
There we
so
go.
if you have like a small piece of lint, let's say, that has hardly any mass to it whatsoever, but can carry a significant charge to it, and the charge, the electrostatic charge, pushes it up. Well, guess what? It's pushing it up with more force than gravity is pulling it down. That's how fucking simple it is.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're fucking talking about. You need to go get a basic education and then come back and talk to us.
density of the
Or
object in
shut
the
your
medium.
fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth and listen to the basic physics lesson
The
that you are
density
getting
of the object
as we
in the
speak.
medium in question.
Okay, right, let me ask. I'm going to break this down for you because you started going on
Density of the buoyancy of the object in question
Stop.
in the medium. And it
Listen.
depends on the
no,
medium's
you need to listen to my
buoyancy
words.
effect or
Stop talking.
density
No.
on that
No.
object.
Stop talking is when your mouth closes and your lips stop flapping, all right? So, you were saying about why does a hydrogen or a helium balloon go up? Well, let me ask you this question. Why, if you're in a car and you've got a helium balloon next to you, you slam on your brakes, does that helium balloon go backwards and not forwards? You slam on your brakes in the car, you go forward, right?
Yeah.
But the helium
That
balloon...
goes backwards.
Yes.
Yes, due to its density.
Do you want to
Yes,
elaborate
that's
on
due to
that?
its density.
Do you want to elaborate on that? Why is the helium balloon going backwards if
Because the
everything else is
heavier
going
air
forward?
in the car is still travelling forward.
There
Like,
you fucking go, you retard! And
backwards.
that's the reason why a helium balloon goes up in the atmosphere, because the heavier air is being pulled down more by gravity. Buoyancy,
No, it's because of the
buoyancy.
density
No.
of the
Yeah,
medium.
the density is one thing, but there is a force applied, a buoyant force, and the buoyant force PB equals PGV. Well, rho VG. Sorry. So the buoyant force is equal to what's rotating?
So you've got a volume there.
Volume of fluid displaced times gravity
Yeah, you've got a volume
times
there, yeah?
Sorry, rho is density. Yeah, my brain flipped for a second. Right, so
I
the
can
buoyant
say it,
VG,
yeah,
I'm sorry, I
because
had
of the volume.
my
right, now listen, the buoyant force calculation is FB, the buoyant force, equals rho, the density of an object, times g, the gravitational acceleration, times v, the volume of the fluid displaced. The important part there being the g for gravitational acceleration. You cannot have buoyancy without gravity. You can't deny that that is the buoyant force equation, and gravity is an integral part of it. Because buoyancy is caused...
buoyancy and density without gravity.
No. Buoyancy literally has gravity in its description. Buoyancy is because of gravity. Because the heavier things are being pulled down more than the lighter thing.
Because
which causes a
put
force.
a description of it in a fucking book you're now using.
No. That is the equation to calculate the buoyant force. You cannot calculate a buoyant force without gravitational acceleration. Get round that.
Hey, show him the hold on. No. Hey, yeah, fuck face. Watch this demonstration. Go to the fucking. Either go to the bubbles in the bottle being dropped. It's a YouTube.
I can show you. Do you want me to show you?
No, we don't want to see anything. We want to teach you.
Cambridge University.
This is turned into a
dropping
physics
three
lesson.
different gases in 3 different balloons of the same volumes, and they drop at 3 different rates.
Because the buoyant force has changed, because the density has changed. Because density is part of the buoyancy force equation.
It's not falling at so many feet per second, is it, you fucking idiot?
There is still that gravitational acceleration on it, though. That gravitational acceleration still exists. Right. Listen to Tim for a second.
Tell him to watch it. Look at my screen.
Be quiet. Be quiet and listen. Be quiet and listen for 1 second.
Listen. Why do bubbles... I'm going to ask you a question, okay? I'm going to try to help you out here with an explanation. I'm not going to try to be mean about it or anything like that.
You can't help this 4-star general.
Be nice.
Hey, team, 1 sec. This fucking 4-star general, stolen valor prick who says he was in the military but doesn't fucking know his service number.
I ain't stolen valor, you fucking dickhead.
Yes, you are. You fucking told me you were some super secret service that was sworn in by the Queen, doesn't even know how you fucking signed the Official Secrets Act. Fucking liar.
I didn't have to sign it. It was done
no, that isn't how the Official Secrets Act is done. That is not how the Official Secrets Act is done. You are a fucking liar.
Hey, listen. I want to tell you something. There's a lot of Americans out there. A lot of the Americans that are out there, ex-military. I'm sure a lot of them are pretty fucking smart, so they might have had a job that had some kind of secret clearance involved with it. I was part of a fucking... I had to have a secret clearance because of where I worked, right? Yeah, you don't fucking... There is no... Some people get it. Some people... I know. I bet you do. But there is no getting away with... Well, we're not going to check this guy. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up. You're lying. We know you're all lying, okay? So we all know you're lying. Anyway, for my American people that have had to sign a fucking to get a secret clearance of any kind, there is no special circumstances for a person. You don't just say, "Oh, I'm a part of some super secret group, so therefore, for me to have my final secret clearance or my top secret clearance, I'm gonna just be able to bypass the fucking clearance guidelines." That's not how it works, buddy. You're lying. You're lying your ass off. I know you're lying, and unless you're prepared to show documents, you're going to be a fucking stolen valor fucking lying piece of shit. You're not no fucking 4-star general. I don't give a fuck what you say.
No, you showed me fuck all.
You're a 4-star general. You're a 4-star general of an army of fucking mental degenerates. That's what you are. If you're a 4-star general, you might have got your fucking... you what'd you say? You spray painted your van window with 4 stars? Great. I bet you did. I'm sure you get all the fucking dogs.
Team, he apparently goes around with his super secret documents in his van, apparently. You know, what you showed me was absolutely zero evidence that you were what you say you are. You told me that you were personally sworn in by the Queen and you were her fucking protector. Fucking lying cunt. You were military.
He named his penis the Queen. That's what he did. He named his penis the Queen. He's like, I'll protect you. I'll wrap both of my hands around you, cover all of you. Fucking get out of here with that little dick bullshit. Okay, so here we go. Bubbles when being dropped. Bubbles rise because of buoyancy. Would you agree? Yes or no?
Do you have Discord up right now?
He's asking you a question.
I don't give a fuck about your Discord. Okay. Does the bubbles rise because of buoyancy? Yes or no? Because the surrounding medium is heavier than the air bubble on the inside, and that surrounding medium pushes the air bubble up. Correct. Yes or no? God, you're making this so much harder than it has to be. Okay, good fucking deal. All right? So now if we remove gravity, if I have the ability to remove gravity, remember when we talked about that first fucking law of motion, the unbalanced forces acting upon an object. Well, here we have an unbalanced force because there is a force of gravity pulling down on all the material inside of that bottle. Now, when should we release the bottle and the bottle begin to fucking go down and fall at free fall speeds, it will then accelerate towards the ground at 9.8 meters per second. Now, when it does this, it's also going to experience, 9.8 meters per second squared, I'm sorry. As it does this, it's also going to experience a force in the opposite direction of 9.8 meters per second squared. This is similar to you accelerating in your car and feeling like you're being pulled backwards. Do you understand that concept, yes or no?
So it's still in a container, yeah.
Irrelevant.
Okay, so yes, no, it doesn't need to be in a container. Any object that accelerates is going to experience these fictitious forces. However, the fictitious forces are still real inside of that reference frame, which in this situation, it is the bottle and all the material that's inside of the bottle. So when we drop it, shut up. Shut up. When we drop it, we're going to have two forces acting upon everything inside the bottle. One is gravity, pulling straight down 9.8 meters per second squared. The other is an inertial force, pointing in the opposite direction, 9.8 meters per second squared as well. So, when we drop it, the net force should be 0, and the bubbles should not rise. Would you agree with that logic, yes or no?
No, they should rise quicker.
Great! If gravity doesn't exist, hey, you're 100% right. I'm going to give you this. You're 100% wrong. Actually, you're a little bit more wrong. They would actually, I believe when you drop them, the bubbles would go down since the force, the inertial force would be in the up direction. I believe the bubbles would actually sink.
Slightly quicker.
No, because this is the same thing as the helium balloon inside of the van. When you accelerate in a direction, the helium balloon goes towards the direction of acceleration. So if there was no gravity, you actually got it backwards. If there was no gravity and you dropped it, all the heavy water would go up and the bubbles would go down. The same thing as in the car with the helium balloon. I'm not here to debate that topic with you. I'm just trying to make sure you understand the correct way to say it. The bubbles would go down. However, either way doesn't match observation. Roll tape. Now see the bubbles rising? Oh, what happened? Oh my God, they're not rising anymore. They're staying in place. Why? Why? I just fucked up your whole worldview. It's magic! The guy on the video camera did something magic. Listen, dude, I'm so sorry for ruining everything you fucking believe just now, okay? I'm sorry that you now fucking have to change your fucking worldview, but guess what? Welcome to the globe Earth. You're no longer as much of a fucking retard as you used to be.
There is no explanation for what you just saw using density and buoyancy and disequilibrium. Well, buoyancy partly, but remember how gravity is a fucking integral part of the buoyancy equation.
Well, there is surface tension and the amount of pressure being built up against the surface tension.
Oh, God. Then why the fuck is the bubbles rising right now if it's surface tension? You can't just make comments without thinking them through first. If it's surface tension, if the surface tension of the water is keeping... Hold on, shut up. If the surface tension of the water is holding the bubble in place, shut up. If the surface tension of the water is holding the bubble in place as the bottle is falling, then why is it not holding the bubbles in place when the bottle is not falling? Fucking moron. Now that I got it out, you may respond.
Because the amount of pressure on the reverse side of it is increased due to the amount of force of the volume of water moving downwards.
Why? It's in the same...
Your ad hoc explanations are also fucking retarded.
It is creating a back pressure against it. Against
Why?
The surface of
How
the
does it... Right, no. How does it know? Stop. How does it know? Because that bubble hasn't changed the medium that... No, let's stop talking. That bubble hasn't changed the medium that it is in. That bubble is still in the same relative density medium and hasn't changed any of that. The bubble has no way to know what's happening outside. And what does happen? Why does free fall change the relative density? It doesn't. What happens is that you counteract the gravitational acceleration by having a force in the opposite direction, meaning the bubbles don't rise, meaning gravity's real, meaning you're a fucking idiot.
No, it just equals the pressure out on either side of the bubble.
Why? How does it know if it's in the same medium? It can't be disequilibrium because
it just shows you it equalises the pressure around the bubble, trapping it.
But why? It can't be disequilibrium or any of that rubbish that Sleeping Warrior comes out with because the medium and the surrounding medium that it's in has not changed. Why the surface tension doesn't? The surface tension doesn't change of the bubble when the medium is moving. Can you back any of what you just said with maths? Because, and here's one thing that all you fucking crayon munching idiots need to listen. No, I'm talking.
The weight of the water
teachers talking. Teachers talking.
Upwards,
teachers talking.
Causing a more dense medium above it.
Teachers talking. So you need to listen.
Due to the
one thing
tension
that you crayon munching, window licking, helmet wearing morons need to fucking learn is that science doesn't prove things. Maths does. Maths is where proof lives.
Science proves the cause of an effect.
No, science doesn't prove anything. Maths is where proof lives.
It does.
This is a fundamental fact about science.
Science
you
has
idiots
proven
don't understand.
That if you starve the
science
human
doesn't
body
prove
of vitamin
anything.
C, you will get scurvy.
Science doesn't prove
Science
anything.
has proven if you take away insulin from the human body, you get diabetes.
Do me a favour.
Fucking fucktard wanker.
Do me a favour, you fucking moron. Go and Google, does scientific proof exists? Just go and do that, and then you can shut the fuck up. No, I've asked you to go and Google it. Go and actually find out, rather than just making the assumption that
How
it does.
about try starving your body of vitamin C for a little while and getting scurvy?
Nope.
And I can give the
done
maths
scientifically.
Yeah, but I can give you the maths of that.
You don't understand.
Do you know how they done it scientifically? They put slaves on slave ship, fucking starved the motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I can give you the maths of that to prove what you're saying. Because maths is where proof lives. Seriously, did you sit in the back of the class trying to see how many pencils you could shove up your nose before headbutting the table? You should have been listening to the teacher. No, you were too busy making up stories about being in the fucking...
No, he was cleaning the fucking windows from the inside of the classroom by licking them to their fucking spotless.
Tell about the slaves.
Fucking goddamn window licker.
Are you allowed to go outside without wearing some
Who gives a shit about that? What the fuck, dude? That has nothing to do with the fucking shape of the earth. Put that shit down.
Hey,
well, that's
guys,
how they
right.
found out. That's how they fucking worked out with the scientific method how to stop. Starving the human body with vitamin C causes scurvy.
Actually,
on long journeys.
Actually, back then the scientific method wasn't around, so you can shut the fuck up.
Yes, it was.
Guys, when I was trying to get this guy to prove to me his military credentials,
as I said,
this is what he showed
42.
me. This is what he showed me when I asked him to prove his military credentials.
Oh yeah, look at that. Hey, look at that. That's amazing. Your special is in quotation marks. That in itself is fucking awesome. The fact that you walk around and you tell how many people have you arrested with this badge? Please admit it here, fucking live, so we can get you fucking taken off the streets.
No, you sent me that as evidence.
That's not your badge.
You sent me that as
evidence. That's not your badge. That is fucking hilarious.
I asked for evidence.
You were the dumbest person I know.
This got 9/11 for the Twin Towers and 322 for the Skull and Crossbones.
Yeah. And when I asked you for evidence of your military credentials, you sent me this.
Symbols.
You sent me this.
Obviously, you don't know nothing about Masonic symbols.
You sent me this when I asked for evidence of your military service. Yeah, this is what you presented to me as evidence of your military service.
I didn't show that as evidence of fuck all, mate.
I can go through the Discord messages and show everyone if you like.
Because I just added a photo.
Yeah, after I asked for...
You're going to pick out one photo I sent you just to wind you up?
Yeah, to wind me up. I asked you for evidence. Yes, I know it's a fake photo. No, I told you it was fake when I reverse image searched it. And then
I told you it was fake.
Only after I called you out.
I openly told you it was fake, you fucking dickhead.
After I called you out. No,
you just replied straight away. You didn't even give me a chance to say, is that real or is it fake? You didn't ask.
No.
You just told me it was fake. I said, yeah, I know.
Only after I sent you the fucking image of that on Pinterest. Then you went, oh yeah, it's fake, I was joking.
I'm not even on Pinterest.
Do you know what Pinterest is, you fucking idiot?
No.
Oh my god, yeah, please.
What the fuck is it?
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever downloaded... How do you download images? No, I'm going to ask you something. How do you download images when you want to find an image to show to somebody? Let's say you have somebody in Discord and you're like, oh, let me go grab this image. I'm going to send it to you, and you download it. Do you just download it from Google? Or do you click on the image and then go to the image like host site and then find the original image there and download it from there?
No,
I guarantee you just download it from Google and you have no idea where you get the image from. That's your fucking problem, okay? You don't research where you get your images from. If you would have researched where you got this image from, you would have realized that showing it as an official fucking badge for a 4-star general fucking retard is very fucking...
You fucking dickhead.
Yes, you are. You know what? It's sitting next to your face right now. It's fucking official. Tough shit. It's official now. You're a special agent in quotation marks.
There is not one person that was in the military that does not know their fucking service number. Not one. Alright? So, until you can tell me your fucking service number, you're a fucking liar. Oh my goodness. I think it's about time for the litmus... Oh, I think he's disconnected. Damn, I was about to litmus test him.
Good for him. Get that fucking idiot out of here. Hold on. Let me get that.
What a fucking idiot. Doesn't understand the fucking second law of thermodynamics, yet uses it as evidence for everything. What's the second law of thermodynamics? It's the law of entropy. That's not telling me what it fucking is, you moron.
Ask him what it's measured in. That's the question. They won't know that. They won't if you ask them, well, what units is it measured in? They'll be like, I don't know. Is he coming back? I'm ready for him to come back. I'm having fun.
Yeah, no, I'm having fun. I've told him to reconnect. I'll go through some of the super chats. I've actually had quite a lot. While he's attempting to log back in. Brainy Beaver for $2 Canadian. Holy crap, he found Lurch from Adam's family. No, that's a bit mean to Lurch. Lurch is far more intelligent than this guy. Rangerman 9404 for $10 US. Twinkle, twinkle, little Flerf, how can you believe flat earth? In denial's where you live, it must be your perspective. Twinkle, twinkle, little Flerf, how come you believe flat earth? Well done, Ranger Man. Spike Smith for $2 says, rain angle, can guest explain use SoCato? No, he can't. Nerd angle for $1.99. No, I'm just telling them to refresh. Nerd Angle for $1.99 US. Oh, how they make me laugh. Stringer News 1 for $5 US. Pigeon Chess is no holds barred. Yeah, he is the personification. Right, one sec. I'll get this idiot.
Shut the fuck up.
I know. Hold on. Get you a new link. And he's trying to use Apple to connect. And why do all flat earthers use Apple, which is like the worst?
And they say, oh my god, that's like funny that they'll say, oh man, no, you guys are fucking conspiracy, and then they use the fucking conspiracy of all conspiracy fucking companies.
I know, right?
Apple.
Stringer News 1 for $5. Pigeon Chest no holds barred. God's Auditor for $2. Seriously, ask him what a quadratic equation is. I do not want to see his head explode. Did I give him the right one? What have I done?
You better not kick me out.
Where's your team? No, that is your... Oh, my vMix is being weird, that's why I don't worry. Anyway, so then we've got Draco Fire for $2. Yes, I finally made a stream. Enjoy the dollars, Craig. Thank you. My NASA masters appreciate it. This holographic imagery takes a lot to keep going. Nerd Angle for $4.99 US. There we go, FTFE. Just show off how dumb these people are and have fun. Yeah, that's what I'm doing from now on. Atlas AGN TV for $2. He needs a refund from the Jokely College. Mark Beiser for $6.66. Did Victor's mother have any children that lived? Hail Sagan. Razak 9 Flattered Tear Drinker says for 50 Nokias, can I please have the video link or channel name for the Eratosthenes experiment? FTFE, thank you and enjoy the slow murder of flat earths. Yeah, I'll chuck that in chat for you now. 2 secs. There you go.
Yeah, my app crashed.
Yeah, that's the problem with using Apple. It's not wise. Right, so I remember where I was. I got to Razcup. Go carry on with the super chats later. Right, so you've been wrong about everything so far.
No, I haven't.
How's it feel?
I haven't been wrong.
Oh, you have. You've been wrong about absolutely everything so far.
No, I haven't.
You really have. You didn't even know what the law of entropy is.
Can I ask you a question real quick? Do you
Law of
think
entropy
you're...
is
No, I'm
the
not going to
second
say an
law of
expert.
thermodynamics.
Hold on. No, hold on. Okay, great. My question is about the second law of thermodynamics, okay? Do you consider yourself more than just a hobbyist when it comes to discussing the second law of thermodynamics? Do you think you're even moderately informed?
Not totally, no. I'm not fucking a
Then how the
specialist in it,
fuck
no.
are you here telling us that it's a violation of the second law of thermodynamics if you're not even moderately informed of what the
Because it
second
is.
law of thermodynamics is?
Because it is.
How do you know? How? No.
And it goes
Walk
against
us through
Boyle's
it.
gas
How
order as
do
well.
you know? How do you know when
Because it
you
does.
have
It goes
no
against
explanation
Boyle's
of
gas
what the
law,
fucking second law of thermodynamics
first
is?
law of fucking motion.
But you didn't know what the second law of thermodynamics is, so how can you say it violates it?
Nor did you know what the fucking first law of motion was. Jesus fuck, man. Do you have any conceptual understanding of any thermodynamics whatsoever?
Yeah.
What's the first law of thermodynamics state?
No, let's start with the basic. What's the zeroth law of thermodynamics?
I haven't got.
Yeah,
it in
what's
front of
law
me to
zero?
Find out.
Well, if you're claiming to...
Okay, I don't either.
No, if you're claiming to debunk flat Earth based on the laws of thermodynamics, you surely know what the laws of thermodynamics are, right?
I know what I need to know. Yeah.
But you don't even know what the second law of thermodynamics is, because you can't describe
What the
it.
fuck does that even mean? What the fuck does that even mean? I know what I need to know. Are you fucking... How fucking delusional are you? Like, do you think that you're the end-all, be-all of fucking thermodynamics? Like, we should have just stopped at whatever understanding you have of it, and that was enough for fucking the world to understand? No, you fucking moron. God damn.
I need it up without.
No. If you're claiming to use it to debunk the globe, you should know what it is. But you don't even know what the law of entropy, the second law of thermodynamics, is. You don't know it. I asked you to describe it to me, and you couldn't. Do you even know what an isolated system is? Tell me what an isolated system is.
Isolated system. I can't.
No, you don't know, because you don't know what the fucking second law of thermodynamics is.
Hold on.
No, it's because you put me on
Yeah,
the fucking spot.
we're
I
jumping-
can't fucking think, fucking
No,
dickhead.
no,
You can't think,
no.
yeah, that's right.
No, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know. See, that's the thing. You don't have to recall memory when you
Give me a
know.
second to
Okay?
fucking gather my
Maybe you
thoughts
should
so I
go.
can work
Shut
it
up and
out.
listen. Maybe
One
you
of
should
them
go
is
and
due
learn these
not
things.
being able to
Don't
use
just
it,
memorize them
maths
and
or-
memorize the points. Shut up and listen to me for a second. I'm trying to
You're
give
not
you some
letting me
fucking
be
sound
able to
life
gather my
advice here.
thoughts, are you? Just fucking
Because
talk
whatever
over
you
me,
have
being
to say is
fucking
stupid and
cocksucker.
uninformed. Everything you're about to say is stupid and ill-informed. There is no reason I should subject the people listening to this to your stupidity without you first admitting that you have no fucking clue what you're fucking talking about. So let's start over. Second law of thermodynamics. From your basic, no fucking real science understanding of it, how does it violate, how is the globe Earth model violating that very basic and wrong understanding of thermodynamics you have? We'll wait. We'll wait while you watch an Eric Dubé video.
Are you still there, Victor?
Yeah.
Well, he asked you a question. You want to answer, or just want to concede that you're wrong like everything?
I couldn't really understand what he was saying.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. Right, okay. Can I ask him the next questions?
Go ahead, Fight. Go ahead.
My phone's like breaking up, and I was struggling to understand.
Okay.
Struggling to understand, yeah. Right, so...
before he gets to the litmus test, I want to ask you one thing, okay? What unit is entropy measured in?
What unit?
Yeah. Because again, you're talking about the second law of thermodynamics, so you have to know what unit entropy is measured in, right?
I don't know that much about it.
No, you don't know anything, do you?
How the fuck do you think you're right? How have you convinced yourself you're right? I'm psychologically, I'm more intrigued psychologically to understand how somebody could put themselves in the position you're in right now. Where you think you know everything, but can admit to me and Fight the Flat Earth right now that you ain't got a fucking clue. How many other things do you go through in life thinking you know? I hope this is making you, I hope you're sitting there wondering to yourself right now, how many other things in life am I so fucking wrong about that every single person I've ever told in my life has been laughing their ass off because I told them this?
Yeah. And the fact that you think that a tiny distance like this, just by looking at it, you can tell that that's not exactly plumb, and that disproves the flat Earth. Is one of the fucking dumbest, that disproves the globe Earth. It's one of the dumbest things that I've ever fucking heard in my life. You really think you're going to see a deviation with your eyes? Did you measure it? Did you measure the deviation at the point of the ground and the point where it left the clouds? No, you're fucking talking out of your ass. Now here's some very basic questions for you. Very basic questions. Are you ready? You ready, Victor?
Go on, then.
Right, I've got a triangle of sides 1, 1, and 1. What are the internal angles?
They'd add up to 180, wouldn't they? Internal angles.
I've got a triangle of sides 1, 1, and 1. What are the internal angles?
Wouldn't they be? Are they 45s?
45, right? Okay, 0 out of 1. What do you get if you decide?
But you understand? But you fucking get it, right? But you fucking can prove that the Earth is fucking flat. You can disprove the entirety of science. But you can't answer what the internal angles of a fucking equilateral triangle is?
Right.
Are you how many angles? Time out. How many angles are there in a triangle?
3.
Okay, what is the total amount the angles add up to?
180.
Divide that by 3.
What is 180 divided by 3, you fucking moron?
Well, no, I'm dyslexic. Fuck knows.
You don't know? You don't know? Are you fucking mental? He doesn't fucking know. Lord Jesus Christ! The man doesn't know, but he knows the Earth is fucking flat. You're a fucking dipshit.
Flat. Yeah.
Next question.
Question 2. What do you get if you divide 5 by 0? Oh my god, I can hear the cogs. Come on, Victor, what do you get if you divide 5 by 0?
Well, you can't divide 5 by 0, can you? 0
so what's the answer? What do you get if you divide 5 by 0?
Well, you'd still have your original 5 or 0.
So 5 divided by 0 is 5 or 0? Is that
your
answer?
And no.
You have your 5 original that you start with that you're dividing by, and you would end up with having 5 originals.
Victor, to show that I'm not, Victor, to show that I'm not, to show that I'm not a complete dickhead, I'm going to give you 10% of a correct answer because you did originally say it. 5 can't be divided by 0. So when something can't be done, it's what?
5.
No, it's not. So if I can't snap my fingers, hold on. It's undefined. Okay?
What's the question division is asking?
undefined.
What is the question that division is asking? I'm asking you to divide 5 by 0. So what am I asking you to do? I'm asking you to separate 5 into 0 groups. You can't do it. The answer is undefined. So the answer is undefined, right? 0 out of 2 so far. Let's go for, I've got 2 more, okay?
That's what I was saying. You've got your 5 original, or you'd have 0. So
No. You wouldn't have 5 or 0. The answer is undefined. All right. Moving on to the next one. How do you convert meters? How do you convert kilometers into meters?
They are meters. 1,000 meters. You fucking dickhead.
Kilometers are meters. Oh, 0 out of 3.
Kilometers are 1,000 meters, isn't they? 1,000 meters is a kilometer.
All right.
Next one.
Fucking dumbass. It's the same fucking metric
I'm doing
scale.
this one. This one's mine.
Right,
this
team,
is mine.
Over to you.
Hold on, my turn. Victor, I've got confidence in you in this one. You seem like a very, what's the word, astute kind of guy. Okay, so, 10 to the negative 17th, okay?
Cool.
10 raised to the power of negative 17. Is that a positive or a negative number?
Yes. That's still a positive, yes, because it's not got to 0.
Yeah, I got it! I told you you'd get it.
Well done, Victor. 1 out of 4.
Which means there's still a pressure above us. So it's not a 0 atmosphere, is it? It's not space as space is described as.
Space is described as what? Can you tell us?
Yes, a void, a vacuum of nothing.
Space isn't a perfect vacuum.
No matter.
It's not a perfect vacuum. Space is never described as a perfect
Yes,
vacuum.
so there is still
It's
a
about
pressure
10 to
there.
the negative 17. But let's talk about vacuums and the fact that you can have...
Pressure differential would be astronomical. Though.
Yeah, okay. Well, no, because there's a gradient, right? So there's not a pressurized atmosphere next to the vacuum of space. There's not 14.7 psi, then the vacuum of space. Do you know what's next to the 10 to the negative 17 torr of space? A 10 to the negative 16 torr. And then next to that is a 10 to the negative 15 torr. Then 10 to the negative 14 torr. It doesn't go 14.7 psi to nothing. There's a gradient. But that doesn't disprove the fact that you can have a high pressure system right next to a vacuum without a physical barrier. And you know this because we've been talking about it.
So what just stops it all fucking off into space?
Energy. The fact that the gas...
The same reason... Hold on. This is a great question. This is a great question.
Yes,
Victor,
yes.
hold on. Victor, what you asked was a great question.
Lightning storms and
Okay,
volcanic
Victor,
eruptions
hold on
and
one second.
stuff.
Victor, stop talking a second.
But Victor, hold on one second, okay? I want to explain a few things to you because the question you asked is a very good and valid question, okay? If you put a marble in your hand and you throw it up into the air, why does it come back down to the earth?
Because you've thrown it out of equilibrium. And it wants
That
to
doesn't
go
make any
back
sense.
it wants to go back to its original position.
No, because if I throw it up and to the right, it continues going to the right. It doesn't come back to my hand. If I throw it
Yes, because that
directly
is the
above my hand,
direction
it comes
you
back
have
directly
moved
into my
in.
hand. But hold on.
There's still a direction
There's a
downwards.
barrier there, is there not? But hold on. Is there a barrier there? Is there an energy barrier? Whether you think it's fucking the natural oscillation position, whatever, or I say it's gravity, both of us can agree that if we throw it a little harder, it will exceed that barrier, the limit as to how high it could have gone. It will now exceed that limit, correct?
I suppose,
Yes or no?
yeah.
Yeah, so there's a
Okay,
barrier.
so as
right?
we see, yes. So to get the marble higher and higher and higher and higher, it requires more and more and more energy. If we don't give it enough energy to put it into space, it will never make it to space. It has to have that energy to begin with. That's what we're telling you. Gravity is that barrier. As you go up, the barrier, every new height is an energy barrier that's defined by the strength of gravity. Okay? So when you toss something up, it has to get above that barrier.
And the less medium you're in, the more you've got to
No,
press
there's no
against
medium
this
you need.
press against.
There's no medium. There's no medium because we can do this experiment inside of a gas chamber, even if it's a small one.
You just said there is still a positive pressure plus torque.
No,
even though it's minus.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm saying I'm correcting you. I'm correcting you by saying that we don't need a medium.
There's still an atmosphere
That's all.
pushing on. If you've got no atmosphere at all, there's nothing to push on, so you wouldn't be able to change your course of momentum. You'd be in a fixed course of momentum.
A fixed course of momentum? You mean the first law of motion that you didn't understand?
I tried.
Yeah, I know you tried. Now, right, the basics of this, the basics of this, Victor, is that there is a barrier holding the atmosphere on. The barrier is the energy that the gas molecules need to escape gravity. That is the barrier. Whether you believe in gravity or not, there is a downward acceleration that everything on Earth experiences. That gravitational acceleration, by the way, is slightly different depending on your position on Earth. Did you know that the gravitational acceleration at the poles is more than it is at the equator? Because the poles don't have centrifugal acceleration and they're slightly closer to the center of the Earth. Meaning that at the poles, you weigh 0.5% more than you do at the equator. And that is only explained by our model. No reason for that at all on a flat Earth. Yeah, you do. That's an absolute fact. That's why scales have to be calibrated locally. You weigh 0.5% less at the equator than you do at the poles. And that is an absolute fact.
No, the reason you have to calibrate fucking scales in different places because of the difference in air pressure and the density.
The air pressure at ground level all around the world is 14.7 psi. That doesn't change.
Well, no, there's a little bit wrong. We do have an equatorial. Hold on, we do. Hold on. I'm going to explain. No, fight is right. Fight is right. Except we do have anomalies like around the equator where we do have an equatorial bulge of atmosphere, meaning more atmosphere above your head, meaning a slightly higher pressure at the surface near the equator and a slightly lower pressure at the surface near the poles, because of centrifugal force.
Yeah, and that goes against what he's saying because if you use that logic, then you should weigh more at the equators, but you don't. You weigh less at the equators than you do at the poles. So the pressure argument that you just came up with actually is the other way round to what the fact of the matter is.
Yeah, it's backwards.
The reason you weigh more at the poles is because you don't have that centrifugal acceleration caused by the 1,000-mile-an-hour tangential velocity, and because of the 46-mile equatorial bulge, you are slightly closer to the center of the Earth if you're at the poles than you are at the equator. So there is no explanation as to why you get that on a flat, non-rotating Earth. It's impossible on a flat, non-rotating Earth for that to be the case. I'm sorry that we're destroying your reality so bad.
Trying to help you out here, Vic.
I'm not. I'm just having fun.
Nah, we're having fun, but here's the thing. I want you to understand something, Vic. When we get done with this, I want you to go back and watch this and look. No, you don't know it's flat. You convinced yourself that your previous conclusion that you... No, listen, you started with a conclusion. You said yours flat. Let me go prove it. You look hard enough...
I'll prove it right now.
You look hard enough for evidence?
All right, let him
okay, go ahead there, jackass.
How does rain fall with no wind or breeze? Please tell me.
And you're dumb as fuck.
No, I'm not asking what causes it to fall. I'm asking how does it fall?
It would fall straight down, probably.
What do you mean, how does it fall? Hold on. I'll answer this question. How does it fall? What do you mean, how does it fall with no wind?
A rain droplet falls plumb. Rain droplet next to it falls parallel.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it was a sphere it was falling from to a sphere, it would have to start.
Please don't say something stupid. Please do not say something stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god, you really did. You went and said something stupid, didn't you?
Deviation.
Didn't you?
Right.
Victor,
No.
Victor, can I ask you, before I answer this question, can I ask you to please say something
parallel
first?
in
Say,
nature with
admit to yourself, Victor, that question was a dumb question, and then I'll answer it, okay?
It's not a dumb question.
Right, let me ask
It
you
is a dumb question, Victor.
Right. Let me ask you one quick question, Victor. Did you measure the deviation of the rain as it left the clouds and as it hit the ground?
You can see in that video.
No. I'm asking you a question. Did you measure the deviation of the water when it left the clouds and as it hit the ground? How far apart was it when it left the clouds, and how far apart was it when it hit the ground? Can you tell me that?
They'd have been about the same as when they come down to the ground.
Well, then how do you know that? Did you measure
Did you measure the distance apart at the bottom versus the distance apart at the top, Victor? No, you didn't? I'll answer. I'll play Victor. I'll play Victor for a second fight. No, I didn't measure it at the top and the bottom, but it's flat. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Fight. Now answer, Victor.
Why do I need to measure at the top and the bottom when I've got a plumb and parallel?
Because you're a fucking moron, you dipshit.
Yeah. Right.
Do you even understand what you're fucking saying?
Do you really think that in that 30 centimeters
it's fell down plumb and parallel that whole way?
Okay, you've got no evidence of that because you didn't measure it.
Yes, I have, because I showed you the fucking video.
I've just shown it to everyone, and
I showed you a video at the ground level, and guess what, Victor? You didn't show the raindrops leaving the cloud at in the sky, traveling exactly parallel all the way down. Now, did you, Victor? No, you didn't. So shut up with that dumbass assertion that, oh, they're all parallel because I saw them on a video when I was watching the video. Fucking idiot.
And here's the thing, Victor, okay? Just that 30 centimeter gap between those two drops of rain, what exact deviation do you think you're going to measure? Not very much, because the Earth's 25,000 miles in circumference. You need a much bigger distance to be able to measure if the zenith angles are greater than 180. And you know when it is? When they build the fucking bridge called the Venicero Narrows Bridge, and the pillars that were plumb and 207 meters above sea level were 1 5/8 inches further apart at the top than they were at the bottom, showing that plumb is not parallel. No.
Spanning the gap, you fucking fucktard.
No, because the mechanical stress would actually pull it in, and they built it. So
that's why they've had to build it leaning backwards to take that fucking stress into account.
But it wasn't leaning backwards. They were plumb. And you can look at the actual construction.
No, they have to build them slightly off plumb so that when they finally come to rest, they're nearer on plumb.
No, they are plumb.
Yes, motherfucker.
They are exactly plumb. The Venison Narrow Bridge, the towers on the Venicero Narrow Bridge are exactly plumb. But they are not parallel.
I would love for him to show us the logic. Hold on. I would love for you to show us the logic in the physics, Victor, of building an extremely tall building non-plumb so that it settles plumb. Please show us where they do this anywhere. Why would you build something that has an extreme amount of weight at the top that doesn't have a center of gravity that's directly above its base? Now, I'm not a mechanical engineer, okay? I'm not by any means. But what you just said was dumb as fuck. Bottom line.
So how do the fucking big beam fucking cranes used to work?
What big beam cranes?
The ones on the ground with the fucking big bars sticking out in front of them.
What do you mean, how do they work? Please define your question.
They build them the same way.
Yeah, you're just saying words, you're not explaining.
Yeah. Did you understand that? That was just a handful of English words put together. Hold on, Victor. Hold on, Victor. Listen. What you just did is you just threw five English words together and didn't answer the question. That's what we call a non-answer or non-response.
Listen to me a second.
Go on then.
When they string suspension bridges, they do actually lean the support structures slightly to account for the fact that when they put the weight on it, it will pull them in. If not, it will pull them in too far and it will collapse.
Except
okay, so you're talking about a counterweight. Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead, fight.
Except, again, the pillars on the Venice Air Narrows Bridge are plumb. They are not leaning back. They are plumb. And even though they are plumb, the top is further apart than the bottom. What don't you understand about that very simple fact? They are plumb. You know what plumb means, right? Perpendicular to the pull of gravity.
Parallel to the datum line.
Sky's
perpendicular to the pull of gravity.
Fucking plumb stupid.
Yeah. So, if they are plumb...
I'm not stupid, you fucking dickhead.
You really are. If they are plumb...
You are plumb stupid.
Alright, let him... I just want him to...
How do you use the water level?
We'll get to
that. Use water levels all around the world.
Okay, nice segue.
Use the level.
Nice segue. Let's get back to the question, okay? Follow the logic with me here, Victor. If the towers are plumb, yet the tops are further apart than the bottom, what does that mean about the shape of the Earth?
I haven't got any fucking evidence they are.
Well, they are. You can look at the construction notes yourself. I can send you the link, and you can literally click on the people that built it. It's got all the information there about Othar Ammerman, Milton Brummer, the chief engineer, Herb Loferman, the project engineer, the contractors, the American Bridge Company, when it started, all the like the structure analytics. It's all there. You can go and look at it yourself.
Why is it when I was in the building trade doing construction work, they told me to do it as a flat level?
Because when you are
because you were focused on licking windows.
When you're building buildings, they aren't exactly big enough to take into account the curvature of the Earth. But when you build something that is big enough,
long structures, yeah, I think so.
When you build something that is big enough, the plumb means that they deviate. The zenith angles are greater than 180. And if the zenith angles are greater than 180, what does that mean about the shape of the Earth? Come on, just work with me here.
And I have to know it's flat anyway through plumbing, from doing drainage work.
Okay, now back to the question. If the zenith angles...
Are you telling... Hold on. Are you telling me that you went from being a 4-star general special agent in the military to a plumber?
I know, I was going to get to that.
What the fuck did you do in the military, dude? You are a... Listen, I don't normally say this without evidence, but I'm going to say it this time. You're a fucking liar, okay? You're a bold-faced liar. Everything you said tonight... Yeah, I know. You're a fucking liar, okay? That's just what it is. Sorry. I called you out. Your worldview is destroyed. You should accept the fact that you're a fucking Dunning-Kruger idiot. You're a mental reject. You're not a 4-star general of anything. Anything. Nothing. Unless you're talking about the army of retards you lead. Okay? That I'll give you. Maybe you are a 4-star general of that. When you got out, you've admitted so far that you were in construction and a plumber. I'm going to say you ate shit and licked windows way too many fucking times to understand that the world is not flat. I would suggest doing some kind of fucking septic detox, get all that shit out of you, get all that bullshit out of you, and come back to reality. Vic.
I'm in reality, motherfucker. It is flat.
Then why is there evidence
whatever.
For it? If it was flat, there'd be some evidence for it. I mean, but there isn't anywhere. All there is you morons not understanding basic physics. Honestly, if one of you just took, I mean, actually, probably it's not going to apply to you, but if you able to pass a college level physics course, you wouldn't be a flat earther because you would realize it was impossible. The Earth cannot be flat. The physics of the universe do not work that way. And if it's flat, why could I show you a picture of the entire Earth taken with a physical camera?
You can't.
I can. I can do it right now. Like, literally this very second.
There is no full view of the fucking one side of the Earth taken with any fucking camera. It's all fucking
I'm showing you it right now. I'm showing you it right now.
It will say image and it will be a manipulation of an image.
This picture I'm showing you right now, Victor. Do you see it? Look at your phone.
My new avatar. You got to show the people my new avatar real quick. We're talking.
Yeah, that
to
was
Vic
made
here.
in Photoshop.
Yes.
That's
okay.
the blue marble print.
That's
No,
Vic.
again, right. So this was taken in 1972, way before
Which was
Photoshop
fake.
existed. This was taken with
It's a painting.
Now listen.
Yeah.
This was taken with a physical Hasselblad camera with a 70mm film, and then developed in a dark room. It was not a painting. It is taken with a physical camera. Okay? There is a picture of the entire Earth.
Lens.
No.
That isn't the entire Earth.
It was taken with a Hasselblad camera with a 70mm lens. No fisheye lens is going to make that happen. With a fucking clear Terminator line on the left of it there. The only thing they did to this
Fight,
image...
will you put up...
One sec.
Fight, will you do me a favor? Will you... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Just one sec. The only thing they did to this image when they showed it to the public was flip it round so that it was the right way that people were used to. But when Eugene Cernan took it, this was the image that he got. This way. Right? The Earth is not flat. There is a physical photo. End of story. Now, what were you saying, team? Oh.
I was going to say, because he has... will you put that up on screen for his picture, please? Just use my video. This is who we're talking to, guys. Thank you, Vishanti, for reminding me that this existed.
Yeah, so...
He has one too many stars. If you'd like, Vic, I'll Photoshop one of those stars out to make it more... accurate to your stupidity.
So how can we have a physical photo that's taken with a physical camera, developed in a dark room, if the Earth is flat? Doesn't make sense.
It's not.
You can deny it all you want, but it's right there in front of you.
The manipulated photo, I can see
It's
it.
not a manipulated photo, though. You can see it. You can tell just by looking at that it's a manipulated photo, can you?
I can see it!
Fuck
wow,
me.
Vic, you're stupid.
Fuck me.
You can see it.
Right, I just want to get this
How many
clear.
fucking hardcore drugs have you done today?
I want to get this clear with you right now, Vic. Are you saying that you can, by eye, tell if a photo is fake? Is that your claim?
That looks manipulated, yes.
So, I just want a yes or no answer here. Can you, with your naked eye, tell if a photo is fake?
More or less, yeah.
Cool. Should we test that?
Yeah.
Right, awesome. Let me just get the page up. Oops, wrong one. Real or fake? Here we go. Is this the one? There we go. Right. We're going to do a little test here live to test that claim. Because you have amazing abilities to just tell if things are fake or not. So, welcome to Fake or Photo. You see the screen? Because it's very important you can see the screen right now.
Yeah.
Right, let's go. We're going to start. Is that fake? Or is it CGI?
No, that's real. That's a lighter.
Okay. Photo. Is that fake? Or is it a photo?
Photo.
Is that fake? Or is it a photo?
There's a photo of wood rings, yeah.
Is this fake? Or is it a photo?
That looks real, yeah. But the guy in the uniform probably isn't.
Right, is this fake? Or is it a photo?
Yeah, that's a photo.
Oh, God. Is this fake? Or is it a photo?
That looks CGI'd.
Okay. This lovely lion, is it fake or is it a photo?
I don't know, that could probably be an artist rendition, I don't know.
No, go with CGI. Fake or photo?
That's real.
I think there's two more. Fake or photo?
That's probably fake.
And I think it's the last one. Fake or photo?
That looked like a photo, yeah.
Okay. How did you do? 50%. So you got 50% right.
He guessed.
And you pretty much guessed most of
That
them.
is what you would get if you guessed it. No, well, hold on. That's what you would get if you guessed it. If you were completely just A, B all the way down, you should expect to get 50%. Victor, you don't know shit, bud. Okay?
Right.
You don't know shit.
So I am going to dismiss the claim that you
And
can
you're not
tell.
a 4-star general.
Yeah, I'm going to dismiss the claim that you can tell that's fake because you got half of them wrong. All right?
It just looks fake.
Yeah, but you have just demonstrated that you don't have the ability to say
There's no
that.
depth or clarity to it. That's what make it look fake.
It was taken in 1972.
Vic, do you accept that you are only 50? You only have a 50% chance of being right with that claim? Do you accept that fact?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens if you find out it's wrong?
Hang on, put that picture back on a minute, and just so I can see that one more time.
Do you want to see it the right way up? Maybe that'll help you. There you go. What are you thinking, Victor? Still there? He saw the photo and ran away. Victor, you still there? Oh, I think he's coming back. Oh man, this has been brilliant. I expected nothing less than what's happened after speaking to him earlier. It says he's sending his reply to initiate call. Whilst he is attempting to do that, I'll put the general back on your thing, team. I've got that up for him.
Oh, I was just making that my whatever it's called, my avatar or my output for my camera, so that way you could use it for him, because that's way fucking better. Oh
Yeah.
wait, it's the wrong one. It's supposed to be this one.
Okay, right. Where did we get to with the super chats last time? Oh, there we go. Right. Jeff Roberts for $4.99 US. Team Skeptic, you get a tip for your question to Victor. Another one next time you stream. Good man, Jeff. Thank you. K-Doc for 5,900 W's. Well, I'm not sure what they are, but thank you. Let us listen to him digging himself deeper.
Woo!
General!
That's what that is.
Better charge for $2 New Zealand. How does the dome spin and keep the air in? Magic. Shannon Nahim for $4.99 US. Thanks to entertainment. He certainly is special, isn't he? Yes, he is. UTB Doug for £2. Tell Walt Mitty there's a knob for me, please. Curtis Reynolds for $5. Where did you dig this guy up from? He's been all over my comments lately. Andrew Stoll for $5. Calling him a crayon muncher is an insult to US Marines. Oofed.
Hoorah.
T-Rock66 for $4.99 US. Team is here. Team's in rare form today, I see. Dropping the knowledge on this idiot. What do you mean rare form? He's always this good. Corey Husky for $2.
No, hey, we talked about it. Hold on, we talked about it, and I'm gonna just tell everybody now, because I was warned not too long ago about my channel being on the fringe of being demonetized or whatever for the harassment policies that came out. Well, next live stream, I'm gonna go over an email that I recently received because my Nathan Thompson video got demonetized for promoting harmful or some kind of acts. And I was like, what the fuck? I've gone over the video fucking 50 times trying to determine where I suggested a harmful act be done. And then when I was reading a little bit more into it, it was also along the lines of promoting harm to others, being overly harassing, and I kind of was. I called him an idiot 50 times. Probably 30 of them said fucking idiot. I'm done. You know, if YouTube isn't gonna fucking if YouTube's not gonna fucking appreciate me trying to be a nice guy, then I'm just not gonna be a fucking nice guy anymore. And fuck this PC bullshit, man. I walk on eggshells for people so that I don't offend all these people. I caught so much shit for making a joke calling fucking Logan Paul a functioning autistic, right? Yes, it was a joke in poor taste. I could have come up with something better. But the thing is I was just making fun of him, you know? Oh, great. Stupidity. But anyway, no more PC. It's all coming out. Rare form? Nah. New form right here. Old form, really. This was the old Super Saiyan 4 fucking form of me when I went back down to Super Saiyan 1 to try to be the nice guy and try to get more subscribers and more likes and more views and more monetization. And fuck all that bullshit, man. I'm done with it. I'm done trying to fucking be
I was never
the
nice.
person that I'm not in real fucking life. I don't give a shit. I don't fucking give people fucking passes in real life. Why the fuck would I give them passes online? Just because there's a small percentage of 1% of people out there that are going to get fucking butthurt over me calling fucking Nathan Thompson Natalie? I got fucking people were giving me shit about calling Nathan Thompson Natalie. Fuck that.
Good name
I'm
for
done
it.
with it. I'm done. You
Right.
don't like it, you can always unsubscribe. It's totally understandable.
Right, Victor, you back?
Yeah.
Right, so you right. Remember, Corey Husky 1144.
I'll be right back. Fight. I'll be
Cool.
back.
So you had some issues with this photo. Go ahead.
No, when I had some issues with it, I thought I'd see something on it.
Like what? What can you see?
Well, that's not what I thought it was, don't I?
Come on, tell us what you thought it was.
I can see some writing across it.
You can
In
see
the
some
cloud.
writing across
Yeah,
it.
it's in the cloud. Right across the middle of the country.
No,
It's
that
got
would
E
just
and
be
a
clouds.
T and a F on it, and
Yeah, you ever heard of pareidolia?
I'll photograph my screen and I'll send you it, and I'll show you
but
it.
have you ever heard of pareidolia?
Oh.
Pareidolia is when your brain tries to see patterns in things that it's used to. If you see something there, it's because it might look a little bit like that. It's the same as seeing the face of someone in a rock. Your brain is used to familiar patterns.
I'll show you it.
It doesn't say anything in the clouds, Victor. They're just clouds.
I'm
NASA
gonna
are
show
not
you
going
it.
to put out a photo to fool everyone and hide little messages in the clouds. That would be a fucking stupid thing to do. I mean, your world's just kind of getting wrecked here. You haven't got anything right. We've literally destroyed you on every point that you brought up. You can't explain to me why plumb bridges are deviated more at the top than they are at the bottom. You can't explain to me why a fiber optic gyroscope registers a 15 degree per hour drift. You can't explain to me why the dog cam quite clearly shows curvature on Earth. You can't explain to me, let's do something that's completely impossible on a flat Earth, shall we? Where's that photo?
Hang on, I'm trying to get the fucking photo so I can show you. I'm just gonna literally draw around where it is.
Yeah, and it's not what you think it is. Right. So, if the Earth is flat, how do you explain light traveling different distances? Because we know the Earth has 50% in daylight and 50% in nighttime, right? Well, if the Earth is flat, that means that those red lines of light have to travel less than those yellow lines of light. Why would it be doing that? Why would the light just randomly stop?
Can you see where I've circled round
Okay,
that?
you're just ignoring me, right? Okay. Yes, I can see that, and it doesn't say anything.
There's some letters across there.
No, there isn't.
There is.
It looks like there is. Kind of, maybe, possibly. But it's really not. It's just cloud patterns. that look a bit like things. Again,
not written out in letters.
Again, NASA are not going to put out a photo to fool the world and have fucking letters in it.
Yes, they will.
No, they wouldn't, because that would be fucking stupid. Let me show everyone the letters, just so everyone can see how dumb you are. Here we go. Yep, so apparently there's letters there, guys, rather than just cloud patterns. Of course it is. No, NASA aren't going to leave little clues around. Simply wouldn't happen. I mean, if I look at that, I can kind of see Levi. Are Levi jeans like advertising there? Or is it just patterns that maybe look a little bit like something? Because pareidolia is a thing. Let's get back to impossibilities on the flat Earth, shall we? Right, you paying attention? You there, Victor?
Yeah.
Right, look at the picture on screen, right? The black line shows the exact position of the terminator, the division of day and night on the equinoxes. Flat Earthers claim the reason we have nighttime is because the sun is too far away to see, not because it sets. The red lines indicating the distance from Tokyo and Boston to the sun are shorter than the yellow lines indicating the distances from Perth and Buenos Aires to the sun. Yet it is night in Tokyo and Boston, while it is day in Perth and Buenos Aires. How is that possible? Why doesn't the sun's rays travel the same distance? Please explain, because this is an impossibility on the flat Earth. Dun, 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 dun,
Should be a problem for the fucking globe as well.
It's not a problem for the globe, though, because the terminator line is the point where the Earth is no longer facing the sun. That works perfectly on the globe, but is completely impossible on a flat Earth with a small and local sun. Flat Earth is dead. Earth is not flat. It is impossible.
Earth is flat.
Then explain this to me. Come on, if Earth is flat, explain this to me. You can, because the Earth isn't flat. That works perfectly on a globe, with the sun being 93 million miles away and much bigger. It doesn't work at all on a flat Earth. Impossible. Earth's not flat. Game over, dude.
It's fucking flat.
Then explain what you are seeing. If the Earth is flat, explain what's happening, because it's impossible.
Do you see that diagram I've just posted you?
Yep. What's that supposed to be?
I'm back, by the way.
Hey, dude. How you doing? Right. I mean, you haven't answered my question. We'll get to your diagram in a second, but please explain this to me. How is this possible if the Earth is flat? How can the sun illuminate exactly half of the Earth with a perfectly straight terminator line?
Who's saying it is perfectly straight?
Well, it is, because this is the exact terminator line on the equinoxes. Exactly. This is reality. Half of the Earth is in day, half of the Earth is in night. It's not possible, Victor. Earth's not flat. Alright, now tell me what you think you're seeing here.
So how does the moon get seen when it's in the sky view of Australia?
Say again?
From America in the American rocket launches, when it's in the same sky in America and the rocket launches live on TV.
You're going to have to clarify what you're
Yet
saying
the
there.
moon
That's
can be
just
seen in Australia, the other side.
yeah. The moon is a 250,000 miles away, and really quite far away from the Earth, meaning that two different points can. But it's not when you actually I'm sure you showed me that on.
When it's in the northern sky above America and it's fucking seen south in Australia, yeah? Fucking muppet.
Yeah, now put that on a globe, and with the people on the globe seeing what you see, it's 3D. We live in a 3D world, and the moon is 250,000 miles away. Everyone that is one side of the everyone. Wait, I'm answering your question.
South Australia
I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question. If you look at where the Terminator line is, and the angles that you are looking towards the moon, you will see that that is absolutely perfectly possible. Because the moon is so far away. Right? Now, what is this picture that you are talking about? You sent me a diagram on Discord. Please explain.
Yes, why is that in the Joy of Knowledge book of space?
Why is what in the Joy of Knowledge book in space?
That flat Earth picture and map.
There is no flat Earth picture and map there.
Yeah. Do you see a flat Earth picture or map there? Where exactly is Australia on that? Or how about Argentina?
Yeah. You see those curving lines?
Come on, Victor. Come on, Victor.
You do know that all maps are a projection of a globe, right?
No, not all of them are.
No. All maps are a projection of a globe.
What, a cartographer's map's a fucking projection of a globe, yeah?
Well, yeah.
No.
All maps are projections of a globe put on a 2D plane. But cartographers' maps, if you put all the cartographers' maps together, you would actually get a globe. You wouldn't get a flat thing. You would have to like bend the paper up and stuff for it to actually match what reality is. All maps that you see, like this map, for instance, the azimuthal equidistant map, right, are a projection of a globe. Like, do you think this map is what the Earth is? Are you? Yeah.
No,
Is that what you...
I don't have a fucking. I don't have a map or a layout. I just know it's flat.
So you don't have any maps or anything.
I don't have a
you don't have any
model
science
to
to
go,
back up what you're saying. You've got no evidence, but you know it's flat. You realise how retarded that sounds, right?
It is flat.
Then why is there no evidence? Just saying it is
You're
flat
a pro, dude.
is no. I think he is this dumb, dude. Honestly,
I'm not fucking dumb, you fucking spastic.
no. You really are dumb, and that's me being nice.
Citation fucking needed. Yeah, citation needed on the not dumb claim.
Yeah, like me calling you dumb is literally me being nice to you. There is so much worse that I could call you. And it's not even being nasty, it's just a statement of fact. Victor, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know basic physics. You don't know the second law of thermodynamics. You don't know Newton's laws of motion. You don't know the internal angles of an equilateral triangle. You don't know enough to determine yourself what shape the Earth is.
I do.
You really don't.
I really fucking do.
Now, you wanted to talk about level. What does the word level mean, Victor?
Flat.
No, level doesn't mean flat. What's the adjective of level, Victor? Wait, do you know what an adjective is?
Smooth.
No, do you know what an adjective is?
I'm not getting into semantics of it.
No, I'm not talking about semantics. It's kind of important. An adjective is a physical description of something. It's a word that physically describes something. Do you know what the Do you know what the adjective of level is?
Along of datum.
No. The adjective of level, and this is according to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, standard since 1824. The adjective of the word level is conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of Earth's surface. That is the actual definition of the word level.
But water doesn't curve.
It absolutely does.
It's flat.
No, it absolutely does curve.
Yes, it does sit flat.
Here is water curving.
I've been out in the fucking sea when the sea's fucking glass flat, mate.
Yeah, but you cannot see past the
literally
horizon.
Glass flat.
You cannot see past the horizon because it's not flat.
You can see past the horizon.
Look, I'm showing you a picture now of water curving.
You can see past your own eye visual horizon if you fucking get out a telescope or a camera and see further.
No, zooming in on something does not... Do you want me to disprove that? Where's the video? I'm sure I've got that saved. Bugger. No, alright, I'll grab it. So, are you claiming that zooming in on something brings it back above the horizon? Yeah?
No, if you put your visual range and put a magnifying glass or a camera with a different aperture size for your eyes, you can zoom in a lot further.
Yeah. And what does that mean for things that don't come back into view?
Well, that optics has a fucking visual horizon that's further than your own eyes limit.
Eyes don't have a limit as to what they can see.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. Light travels in straight
They
lines.
do.
No, we see light. We don't see distance. We see light, and light comes towards us. That there is no visual limit. That because we just see light. That's how we can see stars that are millions and millions of light years away.
Prove they are. They're intangible.
Well, stellar parallax and spectroscopy proves that quite well.
No.
Yes.
A video that I filmed just the other.
No, because
Yes.
it's not a sterile
Yes.
environment,
Yes.
and you do not know
Yes.
any of the fucking matter between the fucking
Yes.
detector and the fucking
Yes,
source
we do.
of light.
That's what
No, you do
spectroscopy
not.
is.
You just
That's what
fucking
spectroscopy
speculating.
is. No, that's what
No,
spectroscopy is.
spectroscopy
Do some fucking homework,
is the
you
fucking
crayon munching
scientific
moron.
thing which is used in a fucking vacuum chamber in a scientific lab under set conditions.
No, it's not.
The one that you're on about is fucking used in the open on a fucking stupid telescope in a foreign country.
Okay, irrelevant. So,
No, not irrelevant. You
Yeah,
don't know the fucking composition of the atmosphere between you and the object.
yes, you do. It's called
No,
space.
you don't.
You can tell, like, they can actually tell based on what type of light is reaching them if it has gone through an atmosphere. This is a lot of the way that they are actually looking at the composition of planets that are orbiting on
No,
stars.
they can't. They don't know.
Stop
if it's
talking
gone
to me.
through
Stop.
redshift or
Stop
fucking
talking.
blue shift or fucking what colour it is or fucking how
Well,
far away it is or nothing.
They do. Now, the way
No,
one
because
of the
it's
ways that they can tell what composition of atmosphere planets have that are orbiting distant stars is by looking at the wavelength of light that comes to us when those planets go in front of stars, and then we can tell what the light has gone through a certain atmosphere of a certain composition, do spectroscopy to see what wavelengths of light we are receiving to deduce what we are seeing. So we absolutely do know what composition and stuff the light has come through. You just saying no doesn't prove it. Now,
You don't know if there's a fucking cloud of mystical gas in the middle of it all. That's fucking.
I mean, if you want to claim there's a cloud of mystical gas, that's cool, but I don't believe in magic. Now, just to show you that zooming in on something does not bring it back above the horizon or allow you to see any further, it just makes the angular size of what is there bigger. Alright? Another of your dumbass claims has been disproven. Any more stupid things you want to say? The Earth's not flat, Victor. There's no evidence. There's things that are impossible.
Why does the P1000 zoom?
This is the P1000, you fucking moron. This is the P1000, you fucking idiot.
Yes, but it will zoom in further on the horizon than what your eye can visually see.
No, it won't zoom in further. It will increase the angular resolution, and the P1000 isn't the only camera that increases angular resolution. Every camera that has a zoom does that. But you cannot see things once they've gone past the horizon. Where's the rest of that boat, Victor? Where is that boat sinking? Should we call help? Team, quick, call someone. That boat's sinking.
Who says
hold on
there's
one
not a
second.
high swell and that's in a trough?
Hold on, I'm calling fucking 911 for the sinking
Who
boat,
says there's
Vic.
not
Chill
shore-
out, man.
who
People are
says there's
gonna
not
die and
shoreline?
shit. Hold on.
He's calling
Hold
911 to
on,
help
I'm
Be
people on that
swelled up
boat.
on a fucking sandbank, flying over the top of a sandbank there. You don't know. I don't
You
know
do,
the layout of
because,
the water.
you know...
Hi. Is this the mental health? Yeah, we have a retard on a live stream with us. He is claiming boats are not, that the Earth's flat and these boats are sinking, but the people don't need help. The retard does.
Hey, Dumbo.
Sorry, I just typed a bunch of numbers into my phone.
Where's the bottom of that oil rig? Is that oil rig sinking now? Is that oil rig sinking?
Swell on that day.
It's due to swell. It's due to swell on that day.
Yes.
That's probably Sea State 1 there.
No.
Yeah, you're talking to
No,
ex-Royal
because-
Navy. You've never been military, so you wouldn't know.
There is shoaling up on shorelines. Where
There's-
the water
there's
rises
no- there's no
past-
You can tell
shorelines.
he's not military. If somebody
Creating
if somebody told
false
me that, I'd be
horizon
like,
to
"Fuck
viewers
you!"
still
And
on
I
the
was only
shore.
in for a few fucking years. This guy was supposedly a 4-star general, and he just allows people to
But
tell
why
him he
is
went in
there
the
a
military
view?
without. This guy is not a
Why is there
fucking
a view of
military
that
guy
same
right here.
observation
You are
on a
not in
different
the
day where
military.
you can see the shoreline in the background?
You can't
Which
see.
I have a photo of.
Why are you lying
you
about
mean-
being
you
in
mean
the
this one?
military?
That one.
How about
Yeah,
answer that?
Now, what you're seeing here is a positive coefficient of refraction. Tell me one thing. That crane on the left, what did they have an accident? No,
I'm not
you're
talking about the crane.
you're
am I?
seeing
I'm
a
talking-
you're seeing a clear refractive index here, a positive coefficient of refraction, probably caused to some kind
Am
of
I fucked?
thermal inversion duct. Because the thing about refraction is it's been quantified.
Welcome to flat Earth. You're using refraction. Metric horizon.
Refraction
Bye.
only really works
I'm
on a
going
globe.
now.
Hey,
You're
hold
going-
on.
are you
hold
running
on,
away?
Hold on. I have a
You're running
question.
away.
I
Come
have
on.
a question. I have a question.
running
Victor,
away.
Victor, I have a question for you. Oh, is he fucking...
No, he's
poor
still
little
there right
baby?
now.
Baby gotta go sleep.
Victor, you got-
Victor, answer my question, dude. I have a question for you. Did he go bitch made in real life?
Victor, are you there?
IRL bitch made.
No, call disconnected. Well, that makes my rage quit counter go up to 5. What a fucking... This is one of the dumbest people I've had on.
Dun. This was probably one of my funner because I just kind of let go. I'm done.
Yeah.
You and I talked earlier. You know how
Yeah.
this mental state I'm in right now regarding this YouTube shit and how I just don't fucking like. I'm done, dude. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done being the fucking nice guy. You know what? There's fucking 50 other debunkers out there that'll be fucking nice to these flat earthers. And they all deserve fucking accommodations and medals for their patience and their ability to remain calm under these fucking trying, intellectually fucking just stomped. I mean, these guys got to the 3rd grade and said, "Fuck, this is hard. What am I gonna do? This is hard. You know, I'm just gonna stop learning."
Yeah.
And that's literally what they do.
I mean...
And I'm done. I'm not. Fuck this being nice. Well, who cares about them, right? Right? Who gives a shit about them? Look what Nathan Thompson does. We give that motherfucker a fucking platform, and this is what the motherfucker does: is he goes and he fucking harasses
Yeah.
children about the shit.
That's
Get
why
the fuck out of here. I'm
my
done.
debate with him
You're
on the
no nice
20th
guy to me.
is going, I'm going to fucking shame him so much. Like, I want him to lose subscribers. I'm going to make him look like an absolute fucking fool. You know, I'm going in there with the pure intention of embarrassing him as much as I fucking can. He is going to regret the day that he fucking agreed to debate me again. Oh my god.
That's 4-star general right there.
Yeah, Vishanti, your memes are on point. Thank you very much. I think this one's my favourite. If you can't do it, the answer is 5 or 0.
Yeah, that's funny.
Let me read the rest of my super chats. We got Corey Husky for $2 US, best dumpster fire ever. Yes, guys, there is a new emoji in the chat. You can use the shiny new dumpster fire emoji to show your appreciation for these the dumbest of dumb that I've had on the fucking show. Seriously. dumpster fire emoji. There it is. Be a member, and you
I'm just like dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded by his claim that he was a 4-star general.
Yeah, a super secret 5-star general that was personally sworn in by the Queen, doesn't know his service number, even though he's military. I'm sorry, but there is not one fucking person that is military that does not remember their service number. That thing is burned into your fucking brain, right? It's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't in your military.
Yeah, but you had a service number, right?
I don't know if we did or didn't. I don't know if we just used our social security number.
Oh, right, okay. The UK, you have a service number. Mine was Delta 254.
I would have to go back. I would have to go back and look. Yeah, I don't think we had anything like that. I think if they gave us numbers like that, they'd make us all feel like fucking inmates.
Nathan Thompson for $5 Australian. The dumpster fire is contributing to global warming. Yes, you can see this dumpster fire from space. Earl for €5. Sorry, but Team is supposedly a mod. He's really bad. 2 educated guys molesting a slow-minded man. It doesn't make you two look good, guys. Now, Earl, you missed the point of what we're doing from now on. We're not trying to educate him. We are fucking embarrassing these people that push the flat earth. All right? These aren't just people that are like mentally retarded or something. They are dangerous fucking horrible individuals that push this nonsense. All right? So what Team's done here and what I've done here is what they're going to get. They are going to get ridiculed. They are going to get poked at. They are going to get pointed and laughed at because they are fucking idiots that are trying to drag science down to their remedial level. Fuck that shit. No doubt for $2. This guy is proof of stupid. Thank you. Yes, he is. Jackalope Herdmaster for $2. Thank you, FTFE. I needed this tonight. I told you before we started Jackalope that we were going to have a dumpster fire tonight. Carrie Oliver for $33.33. Maybe we would understand what he's saying if we let him interrupt more and yell louder. What the hell? Yeah, maybe we should have just let him interrupt more. Better charge for $2 New Zealand. Was this guy's JM modified sniper teacher? No, he wasn't military.
Yeah.
Small time art for $5. Sorry, he actually talks like the voice Conspiracy Cats does. Ask him to say space comma. I wish I had. The 45 degree for the internal angles of a triangle was enough for me. Brad Dubay.
Oh yeah, he even said it. He was like 180. Let's see. I'm like, God damn, 180. You got it, dude. 45. Boom. 180 divided by 3 is now 45, guys.
Earl says in the chat, think of the viewers, FTFE. Not only the opponent and Team Skeptic was Nathan Oakley level tonight. Yes, it's rude. No, we weren't Nathan Oakley level because we don't beat our children live on stream. And we are giving these window lickers what they fucking deserve. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be PC and nice to them.
I'm done with them.
Yeah. But if there's someone like Sonny who can come on and have a decent conversation, then you're going to get a decent conversation. But someone like this fuck nugget is going to get brought on and they're going to get paraded around as the fucking moron that they are. They are dumb as fuck.
Are you dumb enough in the chat to think that we're... Yeah, do you think that we just came to the fucking party with the, hey, let's just have tonight and just yell at people tonight? No, it didn't start like that. Or it would have been like that with Sonny. It wouldn't have been like that with JM Truth on my last live stream when I had him.
Yeah.
No, they get the respect they give. This dude was being a jackass. He was being fucking disrespectful. I shut the fuck up for like the first 30 to 45 minutes of the show. I didn't interrupt until it was obvious that he was going to continuously try to talk over fight. Yes, those of you that say I'm a shitty mod, well, guess what? I don't have a fucking mute button.
Yeah,
so how the fuck am I supposed to really mod? So, oh, that's right. They don't know, right? They're just making ignorant comments from the chat. No big deal, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm not going to be PC anymore. You don't like it, move the fuck on, and don't come to my shows.
Brakia Monkley says, wait, what? He beat children live on stream? I missed that one. Just check out my last video that I did with Brainy Beaver about Nathan Oakley. Yeah. We're not Nathan Oakley because, number one, we're right. Number two, we don't beat our children live on stream. Number two, we actually try to educate these people. We don't just sit there and telling them that we're raping them with science. No. It's very different, but I'm on board with what Team's saying here. I'm not being nice to these fuckers anymore. If they're nice to me, yeah. But if they come on and they can't even keep their mouth shut during my 10 minutes where I get to present evidence, then they get ripped to fucking part live. Brad Dubay for $5. Special is abusing his crayon eating privileges. Yeah, I think he was fed on a diet of crayon and lead paint as a child. Veneers layer painting for $2 Canadian. Just shaking my head at this dolt, aren't we all? Intergalactic Wiccan $2.99 with a thumbs up sticker. Thank you very much. Junk Shop Library for $3.33. Kick this guy out of the remedial classroom. Yeah. Small Time Art for $5. It's like Gomer Pyle and Bad Dick Van Dyke impression. Had a stupid kid. Oofed. Stephen York for $7.99 Australian dollars. He reminds me of the dullard characters in the Derek and Clive sketch about the bull bearing business. Mr. Victory for $5 says, hurt his feelings, lol, burst his bubble, lol, what a chump Victor is. That's 4-star General Victor to you. Beach 8 is a new member. Welcome, Beach 8, to the party by using the Nathan Thompson in jail emoji, followed by a dumpster fire emoji. Then we got Mr. Victory for $5 US, but I was in the special, secret, really secret service. God save unicorn farts. Kieran 1976 for £9.99. This guy makes Nathan Thompson look like a genius. That is the worst insult that you could ever give anyone. I mean, you thought we were rude tonight. That's horrific. JL Warren for $1.99. Right. Ooh, look at those meth teeth. Oh, I know, right? Just look at those meth teeth. Look at it. Vishanti, you are a fucking incredible. Well done. Seraph for $5 says, really, team? Snap your fingers was your example. Just whistle. Team can't whistle.
No, I was... Yeah, right. I can't fucking whistle. Fucking... I was trying to... Yeah, that's... yeah. It was when I was trying to... He said something stupid, and I was trying to come up with something, and I was like... Yeah, but I would have whistled if I could have. But fuck off.
Show team your appreciation for his whistling skills.
For my channel. Oh, fuck you.
TNA Vasak for $4.99 US says 4 out of 5 dentists agree that the 5th dentist has Victor as a patient. He's never been to a dentist. Look at his teeth. Michael Bartlett. Oh god, it skipped. Where'd it go? Sorry. Right, Michael Barrett for £1.99. What's your vector, Victor? He wouldn't understand the word vector. Jostein Fallett for 50 Nokias. Hey, the garbage, it burns. Willie Merck for $4.99 US. Let's look in the eQuip database and check his clearance. I've actually sent an email to some of my friends that work in the military to check on his credentials. So that'd be fun. N Flat Earth for $5 says, flat derps are lying to themselves. The rest of the world knows better. No Doubt for $2 says, 4-star full, stolen valor. Clear case of stolen valor. I mean, seriously, the dude says that he was signed in by the Queen to be a special scout. I mean, fuck me. J.L. Warren.
He's lucky none of us here are members of fucking special forces, because they would have had more inside knowledge on questions they could have asked him that only he would have known. Or only they would have known. But the whole secret clearance thing, the way he described it, that shit ain't happening.
No.
The Queen didn't... the Queen did not go in fucking...
The Queen's got people who do that fucking shit for her.
Her penis on his shoulder. Yeah, right.
J.L. Warren.
It was a fucking body double. It was your mom.
J.L. Warren for $1.99. I wouldn't trust this idiot with a potato gun. Apparently, I didn't see it, but apparently he was asking me if I'm in the UK and showing a firearm on the screen. Someone said that in the chat.
I did not see that.
No, if that's the case, I'm going to have to blur that out in the post-edit of this, because he can't be displaying firearms on the channel. And if he's in the UK, he should not have a fucking firearm, and I will be forwarding it to the police. Boaty McBoatface for $6.66 New Zealand. Stick to your guns, Team Skeptic. I'd unsub if you gave in to the PCBS.
Who said that?
Boaty McBoatface.
I love you, Bodie.
Yeah,
Bodie's been around since he's been less than 1,000 subscribers.
I'm sure he was one of my first subs as well.
He's been around, so
I'm pretty sure he was on my first live stream.
He could probably tell you how I was in my first videos. I was the number one comment I would receive is, "Why are you so angry?" And I'm like, "But I'm not angry. This is just me." I get passionate and loud, and yes, I might be dominating in conversation, and I might push your ass around with directing where the conversation goes, but that's just me. It's not like I do it intentionally. Just when I'm dealing with intellectually weak people, I drive the conversation. I don't let them talk about the peanuts and that they're impressed by. You know, we're going to talk about the shit that I'm fucking impressed with.
Yeah, absolutely. Rangerman9404 for $5 says, Team Skeptic, people may try to get you on walk on eggshells, but did they ever say you can't stomp your feet when you do? YouTube has become you-prude. Yeah.
Thank
True.
you.
Jail Warren for $199 I give you end-stage coronavirus. Yeah, oofed. If that's what coronavirus does, then the country needs to go on fucking lockdown. Fucking coronavirus. It's ruined my year. They cancelled fucking E3.
Oh, they cancel. I brought this up. They canceled South by Southwest. That's fucking.
Fuck that, man. E3 is literally my favourite time of the year. I know that Microsoft are going to probably do their own digital event and show all the stuff they were anyway, but I fucking loved E3. Man, I fucking lived for that. Fuck you, fucking COVID-19. Chris
Hey,
Gilroy.
can I pass on a message that I got that's a pretty...
Yeah,
Go ahead. I'll do it after the super chat. I want to say something after the super chat, though. Go ahead.
Sorry, you go now.
Oh, Philosopher of Nonsense. I saw this earlier and I just forgot to fucking bring it up. He says, have you heard, Team Skeptic, that Daniel Pratt got removed from YouTube for hate speech? You know what? As much as I fucking hate YouTube, good fucking job, YouTube. Way to go.
Really? Is this true?
If removing that piece of shit, I hope so. Because if removing that piece of shit, if my channel, my videos being fucking demonetized and all my shit being fucking like taken off of the search engines and pushed and all this and that, if that's the consequence of needing to remove that hate-filled piece of shit off the internet, then you should hide all my shit. Because I would rather you hide my shit and get that guy off the fucking internet. He is toxic trash, and he's not good for for society whatsoever. He's the epitome of anti-socialism.
Yeah, Daniel Pratt is gone from YouTube. This day has got just better and better. Chris Gilroy, £4.99 says, starting to still feel sorry for this guy. His whole worldview has been dismantled live on the internet. His voice is breaking. He's on the verge of tears. Yeah, he sounded pretty defeated by the end. We beat him down. And that's what they're fucking getting now, guys. Honestly, if you want me to be nice to flat earthers, you're probably not in the right place. If they come along and display this level of fucking retardation and arrogance, they're gonna get a verbal bashing. It's why I started my channel.
I want to bring up a comment that was directed towards both of us, FTFE and Team Skeptic. This comes from Jay Aceto. It says, JM Truth is clearly stolen valor too. Make him produce documentation or call him out, please. It's not hard or offense to be asked to show proof of your service. I have no problem with it. Yeah, and I have no problem with it either. And I do believe you can ask, I believe Sean Hawkins is in the chat. I believe him and Sean Hawkins already went through this, and he did show Sean Hawkins some valid documentation regarding his military service. I've never questioned whether or not JM was actually in the military, but I think he has exaggerated his stories a bit. Which, hey, you know, some people embellish in their military career, whatever. As long as they're not saying they're special forces, I don't give a shit. I doubt he was a modified sniper. That I know is not true.
Yeah.
I know there's no such thing as a modified sniper course in the military.
It does turn out that Daniel Pratt has a backup channel where the tagline of it is just exposing the Marxist Nazi YouTube thought police agenda. It's got 158 subscribers. Wouldn't it be terrible if that got reported for hate speech as well? I mean, that would just be awful. I'm not saying that people should go and do it. I'm just saying it would be awful. Warlord 2080 for $5 US. He is a general. Oh fuck! I just skipped it. Where'd it go? Sorry. Oh no, I've read that one. What did
I gotta step away for 1 second.
All right. Okay. Warlord 2080 for $5. How is he a general when he has shown he can't do math like other soldiers have to go through? Yeah, I know, right? Tim Pryor for $2 US. About time. Last few debates have been boring. Glad you enjoyed the dumpster fire. Yeah, guys, please just use the new dumpster fire emoji as much as you want. And Then we've got UTB Doug for £5. Children are our future, and if people like this clown and Nathan Thompson interfere with our children, they should have no future. Yeah, fuck the flat earthers that think it's okay to push this shit onto their children. There's one asshole called Try Thinking that is probably watching. Hi Bev, you dick. That has an autistic child who he has brainwashed with flat earth. That's Bev Try Thinking. He has literally brainwashed his autistic child to think the earth is flat. You don't get more fucking scummy than that. Cheesehead for $1.99. The laughs are worth the $2. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Jose Rees for $1.99. Sent you a screenshot. Riley still says 5 divided by 0 is 5. Well, that's why Riley was Dumbfuck of the Year last year. Mike71 has become a scrapper. Thank you very much for joining the channel. You can now use the fancy emojis of a dumpster fire, Nathan Thompson in jail, Anthony Riley shithead, Team Whistling, SOS, and FTFE. Really do appreciate it. Then we've got Cheesehead for $1.99. Here's $2. Can you get those teeth off the screen? Sorry, my bad. Mr. Victory for $2 says Victor is too stupid to steal valor. Delusional. Yeah, do you want to see the British military uniform he apparently sent me? Let me just put this up on screen. I asked him to show me his uniform for the British military, and this is what he sent me. Because that's a fucking British military uniform with a fucking Australian cowboy hat. Fucking piece of shit.
That's the Special Forces.
Special Forces is definitely right.
Hold on, go back to it. No, go back to it. I'm not done looking at that thing. Hold on, let me get you on full screen here. This is too much now.
Sino for $5 says, my dad says people who debunk flat earthers are wasting your time, but I think you and team are awesome. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Number 6 for $1.99.
Yes, we are.
What colour is the boathouse at Hereford? I don't know if that was to me or him, but he's gone now. And Red Cosmos Devil for $4.99.
No fight. He's not gone now. He's been gone since since the day that he fucking drank the entire container of paint thinner.
Yeah. Red Cosmos Devil for $4.99. What's your favourite sci-fi movie, FTFE and team? My favourite sci-fi movie of all time is Independence Day. I mean, it's just kind of the benchmark, right? Apart from that, I'd probably say, what's it called?
That's a really hard one because I love sci-fi movies.
Yeah, there's so many.
So let me think about that. Because the best one, that's really defining what I believe to be the cream de la cream. You know what I'm saying? So let me think about that one, and I'll get right back to you because I don't want to give a generic fucking thing. You know, generic answer. Oh, Star Trek. That's my favorite movie.
Then we got Rennie Baby, who has become a new member. Thank you very much. Welcome to the team. Dumpster fire away.
I think I want to say Alien. The original Alien was probably because I was so young and it was such an impressionable movie on me that if I have to say what my favorite of all time would probably be the Alien.
Yeah, that works. I'm trying to fucking remember the name of the one I like. It's gone. It slipped my brain. Never mind. Phil Hammer 335 for $5 says some of these Flerfs are lucky they haven't come down with a severe case of acute lead poisoning. Absolutely. Mr. Victory for $2 says Victor needs serious help. Seriously, yeah, he really does. I really appreciate the super chats, guys. It means the world. And I know not all of you can support me financially with super chats and stuff. And just by watching my videos, hitting the like button and sharing, you help support the channel in just as much, and it means the world that you guys will support me in whatever way you can. Now, I do want to give a special thank you to my patrons and my channel members because I literally couldn't keep doing this without your support. So I'll just quickly play this for you. I want to say a massive thank you to all my patrons and channel members. You guys are what makes these videos and live streams possible. Without your support and generosity, I couldn't continue to do what I love to do.
Starting this week, there will be a regular fortnightly members and patrons only hangout, so make sure you're part of my Discord and we can bring you into the stream. Patrons and members also get to vote on the topic of my series Stupid Humans. Next episode will be featuring Plan Our Walking is about anti-vaxxers. Me and the entire world thank you for your support in the fight against stupidity.
Yeah, thank you guys. Your support means the world. Really does. But like I said, if you can't support me financially, the best thing to do is to just share my channel on all the social medias, all of them. And then Jeff Roberts for $4.99 says, instead of Special Forces, Victor needs to change his story to saying he's in the X-Men. It's more believable with those teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, hey, I think I want to change my answer probably to Total Recall. Sorry, the sci-fi movie thing has got me. I really do. I think Total Recall was a better movie. Or at least more impressionable to me. Stargate the movie, somebody mentioned that. That was a really good one. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, the original Stargate. Someone's saying that uniform is actually a scout uniform. Possibly, but I mean, I still doubt he was military. Like, totally doubt he was military. 4-star fucking general. Whatever.
Ooh, Grand Price. Starship Troopers. That's another one I really enjoyed.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Everything. I thought it was kind of like the begin. I can't think of what the name of those movies are called, where they're overly ironic, kind of. You know, like the movie Machete. You know, where it kind of has some really ironically funny scenes in it, where they're going for the type of comedy that they're going for. I almost see it as a comedy. Starship Troopers as being a sci-fi space drama comedy.
Yeah,
you know, because I do find it to be.
I wish there was
funny,
more.
Or at least they're trying to be funny.
I wish there was more Starship Troopers. I mean, the follow-up movies were fucking awful. But like the comics and the extended universe stuff is really good. I wish there was more of that universe. I really do. He's
it's a great story.
He's messaging me at the moment saying
that intelligence.
We can't have a refracted horizon with a geometric horizon, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't understand that, you know, refraction is quantified and we know it. And refraction doesn't work on a flat Earth because refraction doesn't make things to go down like that. We know how refraction works. Tom H for $10 says, I'm fine with any of the stupid comments, but you really need to stay away from the retarded Natalie Thompson stuff. That degrades others who are in no way associated with flat Earth. I disagree. The word retarded is a perfect word for the flat earthers. It's not a medical term anymore. No one uses the term retarded as mentally, you know, in a medical term. It is literally a term now that is reserved for the fucking stupid. And I'm sorry, but it is a perfect description of a flat earther. You know, you can't get any more of a perfect description. They're fucking retards. Yeah. I'm sorry, it's a fact.
They are. Window lickers, lead consumers, paint thinner fucking guzzlers. We can come up with a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, they can eat shit. He's a plumber. Come on, he's a plumber. He works with shit. He literally puts his mouth around pipes of shit and sucks on pipes of shit all day long. He's an idiot. Oh my god, your face is in the way of my dinger.
Ding. Yeah, I mean...
There we go.
We call them flat earthers, but...
Vince, apparently they prefer the word retard.
Aye? Oh, how very...
Exactly. Oh, very quaint.
Yeah, so that was an absolute fucking blast night. Look, Tom H, I understand what you're saying, that it may be degrading, blah, 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 but my question to you is, did those people ask you to be offended for them? No, if those people have an issue, then they should tell us themselves. We call Nathan Natalie Thompson as an insult to him. It's not degrading to women. It's just degrading to Nathan Thompson. And
I mean, women might find it degrading. Hold on, women might say, "Don't call us. Don't say Nathan's are one of us's." But so would anybody.
Yeah.
So would Bear Shit. If Bear Shit could talk, Bear Shit would say, don't call him Bear Shit. We don't want to be it. We're not flat earthers. Don't call him Bear Shit. That's about the limit of it. If you get offended by me calling Natalie, or Nathan, Natalie, however you want to fucking word it, if you get offended, then you have the problem, not me.
Arrow in the chat says, how can FTFE simultaneously like Independence Day, highly patriotic, fierist degree, and Starship Trooper, laughing at military and patriotism every second? Because both of them are excellent films. Regardless regardless of their personal fucking patriotic message, who gives a fuck? Both of them are good, enjoyable movies. I don't watch a movie and think, I wonder what message this is telling me about patriotism. No, I fucking want to see the explosions and shit, man. Right?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I like the fact that they just go. A lot of times they take our current understanding of science and try to extrapolate forward, which I love shows that do that. I really do. I love shows that can take what we understand about science and just move it forward a little bit to where we hope to take it. Because future science is today's science fiction. Oh, so you never know when somebody's going to guess it right.
One of the best sci-fi films, Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest.
With fucking what's his name from Home Improvement?
I'm sure I've seen it, but Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen Galaxy Quest. Okay.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And then we've got Rocket Scientist for another super chat for $5 Canadian. No quarter asked, no quarter given. Fight the flat Earth. Absolutely.
100th monkey says debate ? More like a globe circle jerk. Is that why you're sitting in the middle of all of us with your mouth open? Yeah, that's what I thought. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. If you want to come in and fucking have a go, 100th monkey, that's fine. That's fine. We've just had a moron on who we absolutely destroyed so much he literally had to run away. Any flat earther is is welcome to come and get destroyed on my channel or on Team's channel. We're both fucking ready for it all the time. But no, this isn't a globe circle jerk. This is us having a laugh after absolutely destroying someone's worldview.
You know what I find hilarious, Tom H, and I'm not angry with you, but I do find your logic absolutely fucking hilarious. I get it, but there are plenty of offensive things you can call Nathan Thompson without bringing sex into it. I didn't bring sex into it, now did I? Yeah. I just called him Natalie.
Although
you guys are the ones that brought sex into it. Yeah. But then hold on. But then follows it up with saying that I could call him a troglodyte, which is cool, but a pedophile? Do you have actual evidence of him being a pedophile? Wouldn't you think that that's a more horrific person to call someone with no evidence? To call him a pedophile over calling him Natalie over Nathan just to get under his skin? You probably do need to reevaluate your fucking the way you see life, bro.
Although Sinitha Vicious does bring up a good point. What's our excuse for comparing women to these fucking window lickers? Yeah, I apologize. I apologize to all women.
Experience. No, I'm just kidding.
Chris Gilroy says Spaceballs is awesome. Yes, it is. Spaceballs is another brilliant film.
Oh yes.
Ludicrous speed.
Suck.
And also, if you're talking sci-fi films, let's just talk about every fucking Marvel movie because they're basically sci-fi. Especially fucking
I like Deadpool.
Endgame and stuff. Right? Oh, Deadpool's fucking amazing. I cannot wait to see what Disney actually do with Deadpool. It'll be really quite interesting. But I think that's where we're gonna shut up shop for tonight, guys. It's been an absolute fucking blast. Sorry if you were offended, but you're probably not in the right place if you're that easily offended. Ever since my first...
No, I agree. And nothing is personal. Nothing is personal.
No.
Guys. I don't... Even those in the chat that I'm addressing now, you guys are still good people. I know you have the best of intentions in your heart, and you don't mean to be... You're really trying to look out for society, but I think I think what we're doing is we're trying to baby society into a position that we ultimately don't want to find ourselves in. Okay,
Yeah,
and if we're attacking freedom of speech in an effort to just be overly precautious of feelings, well, I think that we run into a real tough problem in the future, and because once it starts, there is no stopping it. Once it starts, we start with one thing, and then we go, well, yeah, but you know, you're a little bit offensive when you call him a James. You know, don't call him James.
Yeah.
Because you remember, there was that one James that got really offended by it. I mean, now you're saying all Jameses are stupid. No, that's not what I'm fucking saying, all right? Now, if you see it that way, then that's where you have a problem, and you need to recognize it. If you're quick enough to say that I have a problem, then you need to understand that you have problems too, and that might be one of the problems that you should probably address.
Yeah. But ever since my first video on YouTube screaming at fucking Flat Out Hero, that's what I feel about this Flat Earth nonsense. I feel that it is fucking retarded. I'm sorry, it's the best word to describe it. The whole fucking thing is retarded. It is so fucking moronic. The only way to deal with them, if they're going to come on and be like that, is to fucking berate them and push them down and make them realize that they are the fucking dumbest of the dumb. If you get a flat earther like Sonny who comes in and wants a conversation, then you're going to see me be more polite and nice. But no, most of flat earthers, and this is just a fact, most of the flat earthers are horrific people. They're fucking horrible. They're not just flat earthers, but they're anti-Semites, they're racist, they're fucking, you know, they're just all fucking horrific people. They say that school shootings are fake and, you know, 9/11 didn't happen and that. You know, fuck that shit. Flat earthers are fucking horrible, and they're going to get the absolute shit ripped out of them from me in every way possible. So, with that, it's been an absolute blast. We will see you soon. I'm sure there's more streams coming up. I think I might have one this weekend. I can't remember. I'll have to check and put it in my community post. Anything from you, team, before we finish?
No, other than you're probably going to see a lot more videos with me sitting in front of my camera like you saw earlier.
Yeah.
Like this. Hold on, let me get it up.
Yeah, let me get you up on the
screen.
screen.
I won't be wearing a hat, and I won't be having a goofy shirt on, but this is an old school shirt right here for the anime people. But yeah, you're probably going to see a lot more videos of me. And now I'm looking over there to try to see myself to make sure I'm not covering the lights. But once I get all the lights up, you know, that's the way it's going to be.
Yeah, it looks
awesome.
Yeah,
other than that, I had a great time tonight. Look forward to our next live stream.
Yeah, man.
I guess tomorrow night is when we're planning on doing the next one. Tomorrow night on my channel. And then I should have a video coming out in the next day or two. I've really I don't even know what to do anymore, guys, about these videos.
Dude, just go with what you want to do.
I know that's just what's gonna happen. Is I'm just gonna just do what I want to do, man. Just say fuck it.
Well, and the thing is, with the getting demonetized to yellow, that doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to earn less advertising revenue anymore, because they even said that they're going to use that to just make sure that more adult orientated products are advertised. You just won't have as big a pool of advertisers that can go on you. I'm not sure if it stops them promoting it as much if it's yellow. Maybe it does seem like that sometimes, but I think the best thing for you to do is, instead of trying to pander to the YouTube gods, just do what you want to do, say what you mean, and just put it out there. Because every fucking video you've done where you have ripped the shit out of them are your best.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy what I do. So, I guess as long as I keep enjoying what I do, that's all that really matters.
Apparently Victor's in the chat, so before we go, Victor, you are... Team, get ready. Victor, you are a fucking idiot. Victor, you stole valor. You're not a 4-star general. The Queen didn't fucking swear you in. You've never signed the Official Secrets Act. You don't even know your service number. Get to fuck. Get to fuck. But we'll see you tomorrow night on Team Skeptic's channel. It's been a blast. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Share on all the social medias, your Facebooks, your Twitters, your Bebos, your MySpace, your Friends Reunited. Share it everywhere. And remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth.
Fight the flat. Fight the flat. Fight the flat.
Craig.